Hey guys. Whew. I'm at that point in pregnancy where I'm like just fucking exhausted all the time. I did just like come up the stairs, but I feel like I'm always like out of breath. Hey Preston, hey Adam. What are you guys up to? I got hot chocolate today. I've been on like a hot chocolate kick lately. I think we all have been, which is kind of funny. Like everyone in the house like has been on a hot chocolate kick. I'm still in the hospital. I might be home tomorrow, thank God. Why are you in the hospital? I remember you talking about that last stream. I hope you get better if you're, however you are. The only thing is my hot chocolate, like I ran out of my homemade marshmallows, and so I have like, I just have like the little itty bitty marshmallows in there, which they're pretty much melted, but. Hey, just reading fanfics. Which ones are you reading? I'm still on my Talder fanfic thing right now. I can't even like go to any other fanfics because I'm just like on my Talder kick. I think I've been reading Talder fanfics for like the past how many months now? That can be out of shot. Damn, you've got the doesn't look pregnant gene. Good for you. Well, the camera shot does. I did finally get my belly, but the camera cuts off like right above my belly. I don't even know if you can see it in this shirt actually. The shirt I wore yesterday when I was recording, I was like, it was the first time that one of my shirts did not cover my belly, and it was like almost to my belly button because I have a long torso, so all my shirts are like I have to have long shirts. But it was funny because one of the shirts like almost came up to my belly button or something. It was pretty crazy, but like I finally got my belly in, but I don't even know. There it is. 6 months into pregnancy, and I finally have my belly. Finally. It sucks though, because like I'm getting to the point. I finally hit that milestone where it's like I have to have help getting out of either bed or from sitting down for a long period of time, or what else? I'm out of breath all the freaking time. I think I'm starting to get the pregnancy wobble thing a little bit, which already I kind of, because my hips are so like, my hips are like messed up basically. So like I always kind of had a gangster walk is like what my friends would tell me, but like that's gotten worse because it's like the pregnancy wobble. And I feel like I still have no appetite. I don't think at this point I'll probably ever get an appetite, but yeah, I'm going through a lot this week especially. He hit like a bunch of well, I think he hit well, he's a big boy anyway. But I think he was supposed to hit a growth spurt from, oh, is it this week? I think it might, was it this week or next week he was supposed to hit a growth spurt? Let me see. It's supposed to be, yeah, it was supposed to be this week. I was going to say, but I think he had two growth spurts because, I think he had one last week, and then he also had one this week. So that's why I have like my belly now. But I haven't really gained any weight. I don't think I've gained. Well, I keep losing weight, but he's gaining weight, so it's like equaling out. which depending on whatever doctor I go to, one of my doctors is like, that's not good. And then all the other doctors are like, it's normal. So I'm like, I don't know what to do or like who to go to or whatever. But yeah, like once I know, like I told Anna, like once I give birth, I feel like I'm going to drop down. Like my weight's going to be ridiculous. Like I'll probably be underweight after I give birth. Because I've lost so much weight. Anyway, sorry. I've been on I went through a lot for this week for pregnancy. So there you go. Hey there, happy belated New Year. Happy belated New Year. Oh, that's true. I haven't seen you guys since 2022. I almost got killed. I've been on oxygen and I got assaulted. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I definitely hope you get better. I just got out of work and look forward to see your live stream. Oh, well, thank you. It might not be that interesting considering I was just like talking about pregnancy stuff, but anywho. Haven't watched today's Willow yet. I just watched it. I just watched it right before I started streaming. Rayella and Scylla, Raynara and Damon. Oh, those fanfics that you were reading? I'm still on my Talder. I don't know if I can ever like not read Talder fanfics because I think Talder would always be my favorite ship. So I don't know. I'll have to try really hard. Maybe soon I'll get to the point where like I can start reading other fanfics. At least you and Baby Z are both healthy. Yeah, other than the weight loss, I have, like, it's fine. So, I don't know. Well, I know why I've been losing weight because I have no appetite. And every time I do manage to eat something, it's only like 2 bites. Which I did read into because some women do lose weight when they go through pregnancy. One woman, I was watching one of her YouTube videos and she was like, it's like, when she was describing it, she was like, it's like you're wearing one of those gastric sleeves or whatever. And so whenever you eat, whenever you get hungry, you feel full after like 2 bites. And that's exactly, I feel full after 2 bites. Every time Anna makes food or I make food, I don't usually make, normally I'm the one that makes food, but while I've been pregnant, I haven't been hungry. So I haven't been making food. It's usually just like cereal or like whatever. But yeah, like the only thing I ate today was, I had a little bit of potatoes and sausages that she made whenever she was making dinner. And then I had cereal for lunch and a little bit of trail mix, and that's it. Like, that's all I ate today. That's it. That's usually all I eat every day. Well, I have like, it's usually not that much. I can maybe eat like, and my cereal is not even, like, you're not supposed to eat that much cereal because it's like, it's a healthy cereal. So it's not like Captain Crunch or anything. But at least I'm not sick, so there's that. I've been feeling fine and everything else is fine. Like, I felt good, but I keep losing weight. But he's gaining weight, so it's fine. And also I think every time I eat, any 2 bites that I do eat, he takes, so it's whatever. Thanks, guys. Been in here all over Christmas and New Year. I need to see my family, my friends turn their backs on me. Aw, I'm so sorry. Well, you have friends in here. I did listen and watch the Willow movie. It was helpful. Yeah, that's what I said. I can't remember what video I said it in, but I was like, oh, like, I don't know. Like, I highly recommend people watching the movie before watching the show because, because you get so much more and you understand so much more. I'm watching Motherland Fort Salem and am on season 1, episode 4, falling in love with this show. Is it your first time watching this show, Tracy? It's like one of my favorites. I say it's one of my favorite. I love the show so much. I really do. It is one of my favorites, but I think also because it has one of my favorite ships in it, and so there's that. But then General Alder is another thing, and so there's that crush, and then what else? I mean, there's like every person in that show for some reason is ridiculously good looking, and so it's like I think that also helps. Like not just General Alder, but like every freaking character is like ridiculously good looking, and you're like, okay, so that helps. But also the show is really great, and yeah, so it's got everything I love about a show in there. It could be like it could be a little bit darker for me because I like the darker stuff, but it's one of my favorites for sure. It's got just about everything. I just had COVID, and one of my symptoms was no appetite. I'm telling you, when you have no appetite, like, I don't know. Like, and that's what was killing me when I had bad morning sickness for like 3 to 4 months when I was so sick. And my doctors kept telling me, every single one of my doctors, they were like, eat. You need to eat something because when you don't eat, that's what gives you your morning sickness. And I'm like, can you just give me medicine? Because I can't eat. I couldn't eat. I still can't really eat, but at least I don't have morning sickness anymore. So, like, I mean, we would get granola bars, fruit snacks, bread. Bread was the only thing that I could pretty much really eat because, oh God, everything was so gross to me. And normally, I'm not a picky eater. I can eat anything, but I could not drink anything other than water, and I could not eat anything other than bread. Even like plain old granola bars, couldn't eat them. Fruit snacks, couldn't do it. I'm trying to think of what else I tried to eat. Crackers were fine. But then you would get bored of crackers. But I would try to drink like what is it? Those essentials. Those little essential bottle. I don't even know what they're called. You know what I mean? Like the little essential. There. I mean, I think they're actually called essentials or something like that. But oh, I can't. I can't even look at those because that's the only thing that I could hold down for a while. But then I got so fed up with those. Yeah. Ugh. Are you considering having another baby in the future? Maybe. Um, if you were to ask me before I got pregnant, I would have said I wanted a big family. Um, I want, I wanted like, I wanted like 3 kids to where like, and the plan was the first one would be Anna's, the second one would be mine, and then the third one we would adopt. If you asked me the first trimester, I would have said, fuck no, I'm never doing this again. Um, but now I'm at the point where I'm like, maybe, but I need a couple of years of a break in between, at least. And then maybe. So I'm not saying no, but I think it's made me appreciate a lot being pregnant. I appreciate being pregnant. And I appreciate going through the stuff in order to be pregnant, but I don't know because it's a lot. Ugh, yeah. Am I alone in shipping tally with Garrett and Hillary? Yes, you are alone, Chris. I don't know. You might not be alone, but Talder is in game for me. So Casa is the bare minimum, but I'm glad you're okay. Thank you. I try. That's why like anything I do eat, like my cereal is like it's got a bunch of like fiber and protein and like a bunch of other. It's not bad. It's not a bad cereal, but I eat that and I eat trail mix sometimes because he likes salty things. I'm a huge sweet tooth, so it does have like a little bit of sweet things in the trail mix, and then but majority are like salty, so he likes it. It's like a good combination, I found out, for myself and him. And then that's pretty much it. They named the son after the guy that died in the movie, Eric. Oh my god, I just made that connection. Why did I not realize that? I even thought the other day when, what was it, Allagash or whatever the hell his name was, I was like, that could be Eric. And I'm like, no, Eric died in the movie. Oh, that might be a spoiler. I'm sorry. He wasn't a massive character, but um and then I was even thinking that, and then I was like, what the hell? I did not know. Yes, it's your first time watching it. Oh, you'll love it. Especially like season 3, like, well, all of the seasons are great. They're all great in their own ways, but it's funny how the show like shifts in like a different kind of um dynamic, kind of, sort of, like, I don't know. You can tell like the vibe of each season. Like once you complete the show, you'll be able to tell like each season was just very much different. And like character development mainly. Like each character goes through a huge, like, they go through big character developments, all of them. You're fine not gaining weight. You're feeding a teeny tiny boy the size of a tennis ball. He doesn't need you to stuff down multiple Big Macs. Just eat healthy and be you. Oh, he ain't no size of a tennis ball, let me tell you. He is at least 2 pounds. He's the size of a. Well, this week, so tomorrow it actually changes. Tomorrow he's the size of a spaghetti squash, but this past week he was the size of an eggplant. Yeah. Um, but tomorrow it changes into a spaghetti squash. He big, and then he's measuring bigger. He's always measured bigger, and how, I don't know, because I just basically like popped like a week or two ago. But I don't know. I think it's because my body shape, my torso is so long. That's what I was like when I was doing research, because I was like, I am not showing at all, and they were like, "Do you have a long torso?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then, because I think there's something about it, like the baby wants to grow like within you, and then it'll start growing like out. So I don't know. That's just what I've read. Joanna Whaley Sorsha married Val Kilmer. I want to call him Kimler, but it's not. It's Kilmer. Yeah, no, I did. After I watched the movie, I ended up looking up I'm like, I wonder if the characters are still. I wonder if they were the same characters and stuff, and they were. And then I saw that they were married, and I was like, oh shit, they were married for like 8 years or something. They're not together anymore. They were married from like right after the movie came out until like for 8 years, and then they got a divorce in like 96 or something. I don't know, something like that. I have to move away now, away from all my family. I'm going 300 miles away from them. Shoosh. What for? You just like made that decision, or is it for like professional stuff, like career, or like what? When you have no appetite, even if food tastes good, eating is a chore. Mm-hmm. It is, man. Let me tell you. Hey, Cody. There are only a few shows I can rewatch multiple times. Same. I've done it with um I've done it with Motherland Fort Salem. I've only rewatched it twice. It's either been 2 or 3 times when I've rewatched it. Um I've rewatched the L Word, but I'm done. I'm not gonna ever rewatch it again, because the last time I watched it, I was like, why do I like this show? um, Dexter, Rizzoli and Isles, of course. Um, Orphan Black. I've rewatched Game of Thrones. Just like I've rewatched it once with Anna because I was already when Anna and I got together. It was the last season was coming out, and so she wanted to watch it to um get to where we were at for the last season, and so like I ended up watching it with her. We binge watched it for like one like we took one weekend and binge watched it. I'm trying to think. I did, and that might be it. I haven't ever really rewatched any shows. Ensure, yes, that's the drink that I was drinking. Yeah, the Ensures. It was funny because we did a Costco run a couple weeks back or like a month or so ago, and Anna's like, "Oh look, do you want some Ensures?" And I'm like, "Fuck no, no, I never want to look at those things again." Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised because they cancel everything, but Netflix canceled 18.99. I did see that. I did see that. Have you tried sea salt caramel? Not while being pregnant. I mean, I have before I was pregnant, but not during. He might like it. I don't know. It might be too sweet. I don't know if he'll like. Yeah, he probably won't. I might be able to have one of them, but then he's gonna be like, no. Yep, they canceled 18.99, but a petition has got a lot now, and that might get Netflix to backtrack, or it'll go to another home. Hopefully, we'll see. I want some streaming service to pick up some of these shows. Shit, man. Although I did tell you, Netflix was gonna have karma bite it in the ass because Wednesday, the production company MGM, who does Wednesday, got bought out by Amazon Prime. So everyone thinks that Amazon Prime Video is gonna take Wednesday away from Netflix, which they very well could. So we don't know that for sure yet, but if that happens, that's some big old karma for Netflix. Like Amazon Prime, like would be stupid not to take that away from them because that's Netflix's biggest show of all time. Hey, Mark, what up with you? Watching each episode just before watching your reaction video. This is making it extra special, so thank you for your input. Oh, well, thank you, Tracy. Yeah, it was one of my bigger shows, especially what was it last year? Yeah, because I wanted to see what show. Like I went through all my analytics for last year, and it wasn't. I think it was like number 12 on my list or something. It was number 12, but that was higher than I thought it was. I didn't think it was low at all, but it was higher than I thought. So I was like, oh wow. But I loved it so much. It's such a good show. I think just it never Motherland Fort Salem never got enough promotion, and like that's what killed it because I feel like a lot more people would have ended up watching it if they would have promoted it. But Freeform never really promoted it, so they did really well for like no promotion. That's the same with Warrior Nun. Warrior Nun got no promotion for the second season, so they didn't get promoted. And then Motherland Fort Salem. I don't think Motherland Fort Salem ever got like. I don't think Freeform ever put money into like promoting the show. From what I heard from the cast and the creators, and because initially they were supposed to get promotions, and then COVID happened, and they were like, "Oh shit! Well, we're not going to promote it anymore." But then it got renewed twice before it got canceled. But yeah, I think the issue with Motherland Fort Salem was it wasn't ever correctly promoted. I'm moving away because it's not safe for me to stay. The police helping me move. Oh, well, that's good at least. I'm glad they're helping you move. I hate that you have to move, but I mean, if it's for your safety, you know. What did you and Anna do for New Year's Eve? Sleep? Or attempt to? Yeah, please. I can't stop. I can't drink. I'm not going to have any fun. Even last year when I could drink, I had like, I mean, I had a couple of drinks. I had like, I don't know. I didn't get drunk or even tipsy last New Year's because, I mean, it was what it was. We were just chilling at home. Like, so I had like 2 or 3 drinks, but like this year I'm like, yeah, I can't drink. I'm not going to stay up. But yeah, I was laying in bed by like 8 or 9 o'clock. And then Anna asked me, she's like, are you wanting to stay up? And I'm like, because that whole time, every time we would talk about what we wanted to do, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna stay up. And then she was working on something, and she was like, are you gonna stay up? And I'm like, no, I'm already laying in bed. So, and it was like 8 or 9 o'clock. But she rewatched Rizzoli and Isles. Oh yeah, that's my one show that I've rewatched like the most. I think I've rewatched it, not exaggerating, probably about like 15 times. From episode 1 to like the last episode. Warrior Nun is doing well with the petition, and they've hit over 4 million with the tweets. I know, I saw that. I hope that they get picked up. That was my number one show. It was so funny because it came out in November and it ended up being my number one show. I knew it was going to be too. And my number 2 was like Bridgerton or something, which it's funny because like Bridgerton, there was like 5 episodes that got like not monetized or whatever, and it still ended up being number 2. And I'm like, how the F? But yeah, it was like Warrior Nun, Motherland, or Warrior Nun, Bridgerton, and then First Kill, I think, was number 3. And I'm like, Warrior Nun and First Kill both got canceled. So, dude, it's hot as balls in here. It's because I had fucking hot chocolate, but. We're Nun in the chat again, bringing more stories of cougars and MILFs. I know, like, Cody makes me jealous. She just likes to make me jealous. Have you watched House of the Dragon? I've watched the first, like, 3 episodes. But Anna and I were watching it together, and then Anna and I never have time to really do, like, anything because we're working all the time. So, yeah, it's been 2 months now, I think, since we were able to, like, watch a show together. So, I don't know. I have no clue what a spaghetti squash is or even an eggplant. Seriously, absolutely zero clue. I just know a sweet person when I see one. It's why I join your Patreon. Cool nerd respects cool nerd. Well, thank you, Cleveland CBI. Eggplant is like the eggplant emoji, you know, like the thing that's supposed to be like the thing for the, you know, it's an eggplant. It's a big purple vegetable. And then a spaghetti squash is, I mean, it's a squash. It's just like, but it's big. So, it's just like a big yellowish vegetable. I was so upset with Netflix, I canceled my subscription and signed up with Apple TV. I technically don't have a Netflix subscription. It's my mother-in-law's, but Netflix is still the one. It's like my number one, like, paying subscription or whatever. So I'd be dumb to like cancel it as a like a business perspective. But yeah, like if it was just personally, like I probably would have canceled Netflix after the whole Warrior Nun thing. Yeah, I heard Wednesday might be moving from Netflix to Amazon Prime all because of some MGM thing. Yeah, because MGM got bought out by Amazon Prime. So, oh Lord, it is so hot in here. And the door's open. Um, but yeah, so MGM got bought out by Amazon Prime. So everyone's thinking that, oh, okay, so then Wednesday's going to go over to Amazon Prime, which if it doesn't, Amazon Prime's really dumb for not taking it from Netflix because it's their biggest show. So watch Severance. Excellent show. Some pretty intense and mentally wild moments. What's that on? Your love of Taldership convinced me to look for it. Oh God, I love my Taldership so much. I really do. I talk about it all the time. I probably shouldn't, but it's just because I love it so much. I think it's it's a ship that you don't really see. It's like my number one ship and you never see it. And I think that's why, like, well, for one, Lynn Renee, I have a crush on. So, I mean, there's that. But then for two, the fact that it's an older woman, they have like, so it's an age gap and she's in a position of authority. And like, oh God, like it's just everything about the ship is perfect for me. It's my type of ship. It's not everyone's type of ship, but it's my type of ship. Weren't they supposed to have naval witches in the second season? I don't know, maybe. Shit, I don't remember. I don't. You probably can't hear her, but Nissa's snoring over there. And then Poncho's not even up here. He's downstairs on the other couch. So I don't have my streaming buddy right now. He was up here, and then I went down to go make hot chocolate, and then he stayed down there. He might be up here in a little bit. Unless that, or he might just like pass out. You know what? I think that they were supposed to have naval witches or something, because I think I remember that now that you're saying it. I've rewatched Riverdale loads. I love that show. I could never get into it. It's a hit or miss for me on some of those like CW shows. But you're at 15 times for Rizzoli now is me remembering how many times I rewatched Buffy and mildly scared by the number. When you love a show though, like, you know, you just have to keep watching it, especially if it's a show that like no longer is airing. And so it like helps you, like, I don't know, it could keep you in that denial, in like that headspace of denial, which is also like, I think I'm still, I'll say I'm in denial about Motherland Fort Salem and the fact that I'm not gonna get my Talder ship anymore, and that's why I read Talder fanfics. But I like to be in denial, so I'm just gonna keep reading the Talder fanfics. In House of the Dragon, I ship Alicent with Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra? I don't know. Even though I shouldn't. A bunch of people ship them together. Which, at first, because I think whenever Anna and I were watching it, I was like, I think I saw a lot of people were, like, shipping them, and Anna's like, yeah, I could see that, you know, whatever. But it wasn't, like, I don't think that they're, like, trying to queer bait or anything. Like, I don't think it's, like, that strong. But I know eggplant equals dick. I'm not that lame. Oh, well, damn, okay, shit. I'm just saying, like, that's what an eggplant is. Like, it's, you know, that's what I was trying to explain what it was. I too canceled Netflix. Hey, Ohio. What are you watching after Willow? Ginny and Georgia. I was like, what am I watching after Willow? Ginny and Georgia. Damn, someone's got their music turned up. Severance on Apple TV, one of the best shows of 2022. I don't know why I said 2022. I could have just said 22, like how you wrote it. You know what? I got on Patreon, somebody requested for me to react to The Americans, and I freaking loved it. And now I'm like, shit. Now I gotta figure out how to like put time into my schedule to try to watch The Americans, like watch more of it, because I freaking love it. But I haven't yet, and I watched it like 2 or 3 days ago. But like I'm always freaking busy. So normally what would happen is like I would watch TV while I work during the weekday, but I work like so like I have these like this setup, and then I have my work setup right here, and then the TV's behind me because I rearrange shit, and then I'm waiting on my desk to come in, which they haven't even shipped it yet because it's customized. So although they sent me an email yesterday saying it's like nearing completion, so I'm hoping that they ship it out at some point this week, and then hopefully I get it like at some point next week. I would love to get it at some point next week, because this desk that I have is hella tiny and I can't ever fit anything on it. And I have technically I have like 2 setups up here. But once I get my new desk, it's like huge. It's like 7 feet. 7 feet long. And then it's, shoot, I don't even remember what the width is. It's like 28, I think. 28 inches or something like that. I don't know, but it's like, the one that I have right now is like, I don't have the measuring tape in here. I think it's like the one I have right now is like 19. And so the other one's like way, I don't think it was that much of a difference actually. So this one might be 19, and then the new one's like 23 or 24. It wasn't that much of a difference, because I was like, I don't want it too wide because it's going to take up space. But it's going to be so much bigger, and I can't freaking wait. And so you can't because the new one's just going to be, this is an L-shaped desk. So, because I used to be in the corner, but the new one is just going to be, like a normal like desk. So I can't freaking wait so that I can have all my shit. And I don't even know why I started talking about this. What brought me onto this conversation? I was going somewhere with this, but I don't remember where I was going with it. Oh, because I normally watch TV when I work, but the TV's behind me. So what's gonna end up happening is, the new desk is going here, and then the TV's gonna go. It's actually, because what I was gonna do is put the TV up here, but I'm not. I'm gonna move the TV over there, and then the couch is gonna move. The couch is gonna move over there, and then this is gonna be like half art wall, half. The bookcase is gonna go here too. So the bookcase is like, you'll see it's gonna be like that high up on the camera view, and then the rest of it's gonna be art. So I can't wait for it to be done. It's just a lot of stuff, and the desk needs to come in first. Sorry, Severance is on Apple TV. Oh, I think I may have already read that. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, cool. Eggplant also is called Aubergine in UK. What is it? Aubergine? Something like that. I've heard of it, but I'm probably not pronouncing it right. Do you make nice hot chocolate? I think so. I mean, this one's just a packet. This one was just a packet, but I made homemade hot chocolate for, I always make it either Christmas morning or Christmas Eve night. This year I made it on Christmas Eve night. Because we had like a full schedule on Christmas Day. But yeah, my hot chocolate is not too sweet, but I like it. And then, but yeah, I mean, what I had right now though is just a packet, because yeah, I didn't have enough time to just like make a homemade hot chocolate. Who and what is Nissa named after? Nissa is named after Nissa Al Ghul from, well, technically she's named after the comic books. But Nissa Al Ghul is in, like Arrow, in the show Arrow. But yeah, so Nissa, and so Nissa's named after a lesbian, and but she's also a lesbian. My dog is a lesbian. She does not like the boys at all. It cracks me up because she's a rescue. Like I didn't like I'm not gonna go to the shelter and be like this one's too straight for me. But yeah, it was just kind of funny. But I named her Nissa because I thought it just suited her personality, and she's kind of like a cat, and she's kind of like sly, and like she doesn't like people, and she does, but she doesn't, like she's gonna go in her corner, and then she's just gonna like chill out and don't bother her, and whatever. But yep, it's what she's named after. What is the longest you have ever slept? Mine has been just over 24 hours. That was after a weekend festival when I was 19. Oh shit, I have not slept that long. I'm a shitty sleeper. I'm a very light sleeper, and I typically have like, oh god, I don't have that. I have like really bad nightmares a lot, and so that always makes me up or puts me into like an anxiety attack. The beginning of pregnancy, I had bad nightmares, and they were pushing me in. I had a couple anxiety attacks throughout. Like I would wake up with an anxiety attack. I woke up with an anxiety attack last night, and but I had more. They were more frequent in the beginning of pregnancy, and it could be like nothing. I think it's what happens in my anxiety attacks is because my brain like overloads. Like there's just so much shit that I'm like, and I think it doesn't help when I read before I go to bed, because it's like my brain's like trying to form like some sort of like whatever, like it's like, oh, you read before you went to bed, so now you have to think about the story that you read, but then also like what's going on in your life. There's so much shit going on, like whatever. So my brain is just like, for some reason when I sleep, on hyperdrive, and then so that's what happens. And yeah, I don't sleep that well at all. I don't know, the longest I ever slept, probably 8 hours. I don't know, probably a little bit longer than that, but I just don't sleep that well. I never got into Ginny and Georgia. Just didn't look like my sort of thing. It's funny because it didn't really look like my sort of thing either, but I really got into it. That one has a lot of stuff too. Like it could be a little bit darker for me, like, but it's got majority of the stuff that I like in it. Sorry, I'm just out of breath, so sometimes I just have to like just let it all out at once. Soon she'll have big desk energy. Yeah, it's a different kind of BDE. I don't. You won't be able to see the desk because the camera will be on the desk. But like once this whole room is done, then I'll do like um an update shot or whatever. It's funny because like I just posted it was a couple weeks ago, and I posted my very first setup, and I keep forgetting how hilariously ridiculous my first setup looked like, because I didn't have a desk. They were two end tables put together. I got a webcam that was like from China, so it was like this measly little like itty bitty bitty little like webcam. I had a light that was a dome. It was a dome light, and then I put like plastic over it so that it would like filter out, because I did a lot of research before, like on budget stuff, because I was broke. So I put plastic over it so that it wouldn't be like direct light into my face. Um, that was like 50. It was like at the time like 50, $60. Um, I'm trying to think what else. I mean, everything was just so basic, and like I was like, the first thing I'm gonna do is buy a desk, and it was the first thing that I bought was a desk, and so this desk has lasted me like 2 years, but it's just so small, and I've like, before then I wasn't working from home, so I didn't have two setups. I just had one setup, but now I have two, and it's too small. So time for an upgrade. It's lasted me 2 years, but you know. Have you thought of any more ideas for your walls? Yes and no. So like it's kind of gonna be the same. This one's gonna be this like what we were talking about. Anna and I are actually gonna end up making. We're gonna custom make my own shadow. It's gonna be like a big shadow box, kind of sorta looking. I'm gonna build a shadow box. When I say me, I mean like majority Anna, but I'm gonna try and do everything that I can, or at least everything that I can do, I'll do. But some of the bigger stuff she'll have to do, or like if it comes down to like painting and stuff, like I don't want to breathe in the fumes or whatever. But so we're gonna make a shadow box, and it's gonna go back there, and I'm gonna like line it with some lights, and then yeah, so the art will go into the shadow box, and then the bookcase is still going to be the same. It'll be a mixture of like my personal stuff mixed with like if you guys ever send me anything for like P.O. Box. And yeah. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to do. And then on this back wall that's behind me is going to be, I'm going to eventually get sound panels. And then my evil QK sign, sadly, is not going to be able to fit anywhere in shot anymore. So it'll go above me. So I was gonna try to put the evil QK sign back here, and I'm like, it's too big. So it would either be the evil QK sign back here or art, and I'm like, I want to do art, so I'm gonna put the evil QK sign back behind me, or technically in front of me, behind you guys. Yeah, I've thought a lot about it. Sorry guys, I'm trying to catch up. I keep going on these tangents. The hot chocolate isn't as risque as eggnog has been. No. I don't know what was in that eggnog, man, that got me all fired up. Big desk energy should be the description for office romance TV shows. Would make me more likely to watch, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Hey, oh, this is a new angle. Yeah, so I've been at this angle for like maybe a week now. But the angle itself isn't going to change. It's going to be here, but like the items are moving. So couch is moving. Bookcase that's over here is going to end up moving back there. And then, so getting more stuff and shit's moving, but the angle is going to stay the same. Oh, and then you guys weren't even here when I got this in, but this is actually a new lens. I actually have a new lens. And I don't even know if you guys could tell because the quality is better. It brings in more light, and then also it's wider. So before, like it would cut off like half of the door, but now it goes all the way out into like this part of the wall, and then it goes all the way. So the corner of, you can maybe see the corner of this wall, but that even goes out further into that wall. So wider lens, better. Yeah. So already got that. That's new. But before I do anything else, I need the desk to be in before I get any other bits and pieces. Enough room for the MILF poster I made you? Yes. Oh, I also meant to tell you. So it depends. If you're hand making something, if you're like sending me something from your PO box, you just go to like the UPS and like just give them the PO box address. But if you're like doing something online and you want to send it, it's just you just put it in like a normal address and then have it just sent to my PO box. I meant to tell you the second part, and then I'm like, oh shit, my memory has been shit. So. And I'm not the best at like, I try so hard, but I'm not the best at like communicating when it comes through technology. I'm the worst texter and the worst like messenger, and I have like all of my notifications turned off, and so I try my best to like go in and check my notifications, but sometimes if it takes me a while to get back to you, it's just because I don't have my notifications on. But anyway, sorry, how to say that? Sorry, I meant Internado Las Cumbras. I don't know what that means. Big Desk Energy should be the name of a new office comedy show. It should be, right? Sounds good. Speaking of hot chocolate, how do you make marshmallows? I remember you made them. So I made homemade marshmallows and homemade hot chocolate for Christmas. And when I make homemade marshmallows, it makes a lot. So it lasted me all the way up. I made it like I made them like 3 days before Christmas or something, and then like I think the last marshmallow was yesterday. Like the last one ran out yesterday, but it's really easy to make. It's just like sugar, cornstarch, gelatin. What else? Vanilla. And that might be it. Like if you just Google how to make homemade marshmallows, it is not as complicated as you might think it is. Because when I was first thinking about making them like 3 years ago or so, I was like, I really want to know how to make them because they're like my favorite. But I was like, I don't want them to be super complicated, and it's not. So just sent you some chocolate orange balls. Try making yourself some hot chocolate with them. Tracy, did you send me more stuff? Thank you for if you send me more stuff. Thank you, and I do love those chocolate orange things, whatever they are. But thank you, I do love them. I think the last stream is when I ate the last bit of it or something of my last one. Possibly removal of Wednesday on Netflix. Yeah, I know we were talking about that. We were talking about how it might get moved over to Amazon Prime. It's pretty crazy. Holy shit. I hate anxiety attacks. Oh, I do too. And I don't know why, but a lot of times when I sleep, I do have I have had anxiety attacks when I'm out in public, and they are freaky, and they're scary, and I'm like shit, and like I have to like the best way for me to like deal with them is I have to run away and like deal with it. But sometimes I can't run away because it's like I'm in a situation where I like can't get away. The last one I had in public, I just ran out to my car and I had to call Anna, and like she had to calm me down because I was like, I wasn't with her, I was by myself. And I just like had an anxiety attack out of nowhere. And yeah, anxiety sucks. I had it really bad at one point. Had to do breathing exercises. Those help a lot. Breathing exercises helps tremendously for me. Breathing exercises, and then I have to like do this like awareness. I have to like, because a lot of times, like I said, I'm sleeping. So when it wakes me up, I have to like, I'm like, it's okay. You're in your bed. You're in your room. Like, you're fine. Nothing is going on. Like, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to get out of bed. You don't have to do anything. Just like, so I have to like talk myself into, because I think for some reason my brain is like, oh my gosh, you're somewhere else, and like, we don't know how to like cooperate and to like function. And so my brain just kind of the best way for me like to explain it is that my brain has an overload. And so I have to look around, and like I'm okay, I'm in my room. And just I have to like, yeah, breathing exercises while I'm like doing my like awareness thing is the best thing for me to like calm down. But sometimes I'll have multiple a night, which really sucks. I couldn't sleep at all well last night because I had an anxiety attack, and then I had really bad, which I don't have restless leg syndrome, but while being pregnant, I've had restless leg syndrome, so it didn't make matters like any better. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. She won't be able to show us her big desk because that would be against YouTube's rules. Yeah, sorry. I'll show you my big desk on Twitter though. I listen to music in other languages to fall asleep too after a bad dream or nightmare. It helps because you can't think of the lyrics, keeping your brain going if you can't pronounce them. I haven't thought about doing that. I just know that one of the things that works for me is the breathing exercises and like the like situational awareness. Ice baths help with anxiety issues. They do. I haven't taken many of them because, like I said, they're not usually when I'm awake, or they're in where if I am awake, it's when I'm in public. So I can't exactly just take an ice bath like whenever I'm in, like, out in public. Rumors are that Ginny and Georgia will be darker this season, and some of the actors even hinted at it, like Abby, Kate Douglas, and Ginny Antonia. I did see, you can kind of tell by the trailers that it has a little bit of a different vibe than the first season, and that it's going to be a little bit darker. So we'll see. I'm excited. How many seasons would you like to see Wednesday have? I don't know, as many as they can do. That is good. I have like full faith in Tim Burton though, so as many as he wants to do. Why do you call yourself evil? With all due respect, you suck at evil. You make me smile, and my daughter and my son. You get the point. You're such a nice lady. Seriously, where's the evil? Well, thank you. It's just the name. It's just Evil QK is Evil Queen, and then my first initial, which is K. So it was Evil QK, but I like. I love the darker side of really everything, but whenever I was a kid, I really liked watching anything, and like when it was Disney, and like the villains were the most interesting characters, and like whenever a villain would come up on the screen, that's when like you really got into the show, or at least me, I really got into it, and like their either character development or non-character development, and like where they came from, their past, like they were the most interesting character. And then the biggest villain of all time, arguably, is the Evil Queen. And so but she ended up becoming my favorite. And so like I kind of just base a lot of my personality is very I wouldn't say my personality is dark, but I like a lot of dark things, and the villains of the story were always my favorite, and so that's kind of just where I got the name from. So I don't necessarily think I'm evil, but yeah, I've been asked that question actually multiple times, but yeah, thank you. I have to ask, did you check out Ginny and Georgia because Georgia was one of Batwoman's hookups? She was? No, I didn't know that, but now I'm interested to look it up. No, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. No, she wasn't. Was she really? Well, that gives me something to like look up. No, it wasn't. I think it was one of the shows. I think I wasn't planning on reacting to it, but then a bunch of people were like, oh my gosh, you need to react to it. It's so good, yada, yada, yada. And then my sister, I remember the day I was working at this one company, and I was like at the printer or something. I was printing something, and then my sister texted me. She's like, oh my God, are you planning on doing Ginny and Georgia? Because it is ridiculously good. And so I was like, okay, fine. Like everyone keeps telling me I need to do it. I need to do it, whatever. So then I started doing it, and I really liked it. So that's why I did it. It was just a big recommendation. Quality of picture is much better. Lighting is much more flattering. Yeah. So this is, it's funny because the last lighting, I was a little bit more like yellowish, and this one is like more my skin tone. So yes, I am this white. I'm a very white person, but Yeah, I think it's just it matches my skin tone a little bit better, and then but yeah, it does pull in more light. And I mean that light's terrible. That light is yellow that out there, but that's our hallway light. And I leave the door open because I don't know if Poncho's gonna come in here or not. So if he wants to come in here, he can just like come and go. And then Nissa doesn't ever want to spend time with me, so she spent time with me earlier, and that was enough for her. We spent a little bit of time earlier together, and then she's like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm just gonna chill out by myself for a while." That's what she does. Have you watched the new trailer for Knock at the Cabin by M. Night Shyamalan? I found it so disturbing and insane. I haven't watched it. El Internado Las Cumbras is a show on Amazon Prime. It's a show about a boarding school where teenagers got sent to learn discipline. And then creepy stuff starts happening. It's really, really good. Oh, I'll have to check that out. Overthinkers tend to have anxiety. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I for sure do. I've suffered from anxiety for a long time. We actually realized that I had. My mom took me to a therapist when I was really young. I think I was in like the third or fourth grade. Um, and because it was starting to make me like fail in school because I couldn't function and I couldn't listen and I couldn't pay attention. I have ADD really bad. But so but we ended up realizing at an early age because of like my ADD, it was causing these anxieties. Um, so I was on medication for a while and it really helped. Like the medication really helped for me. And then our insurance stopped paying for it, so then I had to like find alternatives. If I could, I would probably try to go back to medication, because that really did help me out a lot. I don't recommend it for everybody, but it for sure helped me tremendously. But yeah, so we learned early on that I have ADD. Actually, I suffer from ADD and OCD, and then just have anxiety. Like specifically, she like said so, it's mine's social anxiety, but I have like anxieties, so that's fun. I've had severe anxiety my entire life. It's really disruptive. It is. This anxiety freaking sucks. It really does. That pause between big and desk. Yeah. The pause is like, the best part. Knock at the Cabin looks interesting. I'll have to look at it. I usually listen to thunderstorm sounds at night before falling asleep. The thing is I'm such a light sleeper that I would never be able. I can't fall asleep to noises. Not usually, unless I'm just like really freaking tired. Smells are good, like essential oils, diffusers help with creating sleepy environment. But I have bad allergies. I can't have like cuz even like we have some like candles and stuff, and as long as they aren't like really strong scents, like I can't do any floral smells. Um but some of the softer smells I can do and they're fine. But yeah, I have bad allergies, so I can't have big scents. And then I'm a light sleeper, so I can't really do noises and stuff. So I'm just a big old hot mess, man. I know how to like I know my brain and my body and stuff, so I know like what I need to do in order to have like better sleep and stuff, or at least try to. And then whenever I experience those things, whether it's anxiety attacks or like whatever I'm experiencing, then I know how to get myself out of it or like bring myself through it, whatever. But yup. How big is the desk? It's 7 feet long. That's what we ordered. So it's long. This one's only like I think like 5 feet. Not even. I don't think this one's even 5 feet technically. Oh, I wondered how you came up with that. Oh, Evil QK. Yeah. Yeah, Cassidy sucks at being evil. I originally came for the evil and was bitterly disappointed. Well, I'm sorry, North. But okay, but listen, but you stayed, so I don't know what made you stay, but I won you over somehow. Honestly, watching the evil queen from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs fall off the cliff always made me laugh. I don't know. Like there's just and a lot of them it's funny because like in the original stories and stuff like they don't like ever really talk about their backstory. So then it makes you think like what happened in their life to make them evil, you know? And then eventually they came out with like some of their backstories and stuff and then it's and then it like became more interesting or you can like come up with your own backstory in your head and like stuff like that, so dude, I'm telling you, I'm out of breath. Honestly, watching oh, I already read that. Stupid. I'm attracted to dark stuff and themes as well. I'm pretty desensitized now. Yeah, so it's like I really am interested in like dark suspenseful stuff, but not like stuff that's like fucked up. You know what I mean? Like there's a line between something that's like dark and then something that's just like fucked up. Which if you like fucked up shit, that's fine. I mean, depending on how fucked up. But like it's fine. It's just like fucked up shit isn't my thing. I like the dark stuff and then like I said there's like a line in between there. But Brienne, Howie, and Ruby Rose have a morning in bed moment and Batwoman. Well shit, I'll have to check that out. OUAT ruined me. I hear Evil Queen now and instantly think of Regina. I did love Once Upon a Time. Well, majority of Once Upon a Time. Oh wow, you really are that pale. Okay then. I'm white. Yeah, for sure. There ain't no doubt about it. But and this lens picks up my scars really well. So you can see the scar really I mean, it's really prominent. So I have scars on both eyebrows. That one you can really, really see because that one's smack dab on my eyebrow. And then this one you may have actually been able to see better on the other one. But this one curves. It stops right there. But this one you can see more now because it's smack dab on my eyebrow. Oh, shit. Can't believe we've had to wait 2 weeks for another episode of Gap. Oh, I know. Oh, I can't wait for the next one, though. We're like almost 2 days away. What medications were you on? My friend is on Cymbalta. I have generalized anxiety disorder mixed with other stuff like OCD and avoidant, not fun. I was on Adderall. Because that was, at the time, they didn't have like a whole lot of medications to be on. So I was on Adderall and I was in like the fourth grade or something. So I stay because keep hoping the evil will eventually show up. Still waiting. Uh-huh. Okay. No, but I think that there's like, and speaking of lines, there's a line between, because I think I'm bitchy, which you guys don't really see the bitchy side in me. Which I have to say a story here in a minute. But there's a bitchy side to me, and then there's so there's bitchy, and then there's evil. And I don't think I'm evil, but I'm definitely bitchy. And it was, we went to one of Anna's friends' houses, and her friends they either don't like me or they just tolerate me because I'm a bitch. But we went to one of Anna's friends' houses a couple days ago because I absolutely adore his mother. His mother is just amazing. every time, she doesn't live in town, she lives like up north. And so every time she comes into town, she gives us like diapers, and she gives us like wipes and medication and stuff, and like well, not medication, but she gives me like vitamins and stuff. And so she's just an amazing lady. And so we went to go see them a couple days ago. And um Anna made the comment. She was like, she asked me again, she's like, are you sure you want to go? Because I'm not like, I'm not a huge majority of her friends I don't really like, I'll be honest. But she's like, are you sure you want to go? And I was like, well, like, no, I want to, I told her, I said, I want to go, you know, whatever. I just can't stay long because I'm not going to be able to deal with it for very long. And so she said, yeah, we'll just say you're just like bitchy, and it's because you're pregnant. And I said, well, no, I'm just a bitchy person who just happens to be pregnant. So I don't need an excuse. And then it was just like, it was really funny. And yeah, so she wasn't trying to insult me, because we've been together for a very long time. So she knows that calling me bitchy is not an insult, but it's just a part of my personality. So I'm like, yeah, but the thing is I think why her friends don't like me is because I'm not afraid to say what's on my mind. And I'm like, what you're doing is stupid, or like what you're doing is like fucked up, like stop, like you're being annoying or whatever. Like I'm very honest, and so that's why, and I'm very straightforward, and so a lot of people don't exactly like that. And so a lot of her friends don't like that, and so they don't like me. So like, you know, it's like a whole thing. But yeah, so that's why I say there's like a line between like bitchy and evil. but But yeah, like I said, you guys don't really see the bitchy the bitchy side in me. I feel like I'm nice. I'm just very straightforward, and it comes across bitchy. And it also, if I don't like you, you know I don't like you, because I wear all of my emotions. So, there you go. I was prescribed lorazepam not long ago, but didn't need it after I found out that marijuana was making me have panic attacks. I flipped switch, and instead of calming me down anymore, it freaked me out. That's what marijuana did to me too, because I've tried marijuana, and like, or like edibles, I've tried CBD, I've tried like all that stuff, and it never works for me. And if anything, it pushed me into either panic attacks or anxiety attacks. So yeah, marijuana doesn't work for me either. And it's because I have a controlling issue. And with marijuana, I don't have control over like what I'm doing or what I'm saying. So, yeah. Can anxiety get worse and turn into other disorders, or are you just set with what you always had? I think it depends on the person, honestly. But for me, I've always suffered with multiple anxieties, and multiple like just like anxiety based disorders. Kind of, I don't know if they're technically called anxiety based disorders, but like ADD and OCD is what I have, and then I have social anxiety and other anxieties. Yeah, I'm just a hot mess. Cass is a secret vampire and you didn't even know. I could be. I'm very white. I mean, even when I tan, like, it doesn't. It's funny because I have a tan line that's like, it goes like this, because we went to the beach like months ago, and like, I still have this weird tan line, but it's still, it's still like a tan line. I don't even know if you can see it right now. You can kind of see it. So that's really white, and then that's that's tan for me. So you probably can't even tell on the camera. And I can't really tan. Well, I can, but I can't. So like, I can tan, my upper body tans, but my lower body does not tan. For sure. I know, just waiting for the hot lovin' and Gap. Yeah, I know the next one's gonna be awkward for me. It's gonna be weird. Are you excited for Outer Banks season 3 next month? Yes. Yep. I did see that it was coming out, and I can't wait. Can't wait. Please watch the trailer for Knock at the Cabin, official trailer 2. Let me know what you think. Did you send it to me? Or are you just telling me to watch it? She is evil. She had a jealous go at me. I cried myself to sleep that night. Whatever, Cody. Please. I don't think I was necessarily bitchy, but you did make me jealous. I was whatever. Doesn't Adderall make a lot of people crazy acting? I think the thing with Adderall is it can either help or hurt you. Like most medications, it depends. I think it really depends on the person. Everyone's different. But for me, Adderall helped me out a lot. Well done for being honest. You tell them. Yeah, a lot of Anna's friends don't like me. We have separate friends. A lot of my friends don't. Well, I wouldn't say that they dislike Anna, but I think Anna doesn't like my friends. And so my friends, well, first of all, I don't really have friends, really. The last time I hung out with my friend, I have one friend. I have one friend, and he's like an older brother to me. I have one friend. I hang out with him sometimes, and then that's pretty much it. And then I have my wild and crazy friends that I haven't seen in like well over a year or something. Anna does like my one friend that I do have. She does like him. Because he's hard not to like, because he's just an all-around great guy, and he's just so chill. So he's hard not to like. But I have like one friend, and then but all of the other friends that I had, like, Anna didn't like, so she's like, you can just go hang out with them yourself, like, if you want. So we always just kind of had like separate friends, because it's Anna and I are like just, we're almost complete opposites. We're very much alike on like some of our stuff. But for the most part, Anna and I are very much different. And so we have very different friends. The truth comes out. Cassidy has a bitchy gene. Oh, I'm for sure bitchy. For sure. I just embrace it at this point. My boss, it was funny, I had a conversation with her. And, well, my boss calls me her pit bull because I don't even with our clients, I don't put up with any BS. But she's like, you're my pit bull. And then she's like, we're very similar in stuff. And she's like, the thing is I've been called bitchy, but she's like, but I don't even, what did she say? She said something about being, but she's like, yeah, but like, I'm a boss or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I said, but being bitchy, I don't think is a bad thing. And that's why I told her, and I said, I've been called bitchy numerous times, but I don't take it as an insult. Like, I just think, I don't know. A bitch is just kind of part of my personality. And so I don't think it's an insult. And so, she's like, oh, okay. Yeah. And then, so we had that whole conversation about that. And then, but it's kind of funny. Yeah. And my partner that I work with, because it's just her and I on this one account, it's funny because she's like the complete opposite of me, and she's like a people pleaser, and like everyone loves her and stuff like that. And so my boss came in after me. She was hired in after I was. And so she's like, when I first was getting used to like the account and everything, and I saw the way that you guys worked and how the client works with you guys and like what you do, she goes, it's funny because you guys started this like good cop, bad cop situation. And I said, gee, I wonder which one I am. And then it's funny. So we always just kind of talk about like that kind of stuff. Like, that's how I am. It's just funny because like you guys don't ever see it. And you probably won't, because I won't. I just won't. Yeah. Because I like all of you guys. If I didn't like any of you guys, then yeah, I would be a bitch. But I like you guys. Oh, please, you aren't bitchy. Well, you haven't seen my bitchy side. We get you on your most fun behavior. Yeah, this is my most fun behavior. Hey, Cass, how are you? Happy New Year. Hey, Francesca. Happy New Year to you, too. Let me guess. As soon as the live stream ends, you go into full bitch mode and start screaming and throwing objects? Oh, yeah. That's totally me. No, every time I get done, it's funny, every time I get done with streaming, I just go get ready for bed, and then I just lay in bed the rest of the night. Like, that's what I do after stream. And then, a lot of it, too, is I get so exhausted after streaming, especially, like, when I'm pregnant, because it's like, you know, so, like, and my back and my hips have been hurting really bad lately, and so it's just like, ugh, I just need to, like, go lay down. No, but I'm not that much of a bitch. When I'm being a bitch, it's just my personality. I don't like throw objects. I've never hit anyone. I've never thrown anything at anyone. I've never done anything like that. But I'm verbally a bitch. I'm not physically a bitch, but I'm verbally a bitch. It seems like it all goes very pale to slightly less very pale. Oh, yeah. My tan line? Yeah, no, that's what... I wonder if you can see it better over here. Kinda. So it's like tan, and then it's white. So it's just... Or pale, and then more pale. I'm very white. For sure. I used to have social anxiety, and then eventually it just kind of disappeared. Lucky for you. Anna tells me I have a stick up my ass anytime we go out in public. She's like, it's because of your social anxiety. I'm also pale as fudge when car lights hit me. I must blind the drivers. I thought you literally meant fudge for a minute, and I'm like, fudge is not pale. But then I'm like, oh, I see what you meant there. Yeah, no, I'm very white, very much so. Telling you to watch it, but we'll send it to your Twitter now. Oh, okay. You don't have to send it to me. I just didn't know, because I think I was thinking that you, like, what you meant by that comment was that you had sent it to me, but, because you send me several things, so that's why I was just saying, that, but then I was like, oh, I bet you're just telling me to go watch it. You don't have friends? Hello, you've got us, slot. I feel like that I said us and lot in the same sentence, and I just called you guys sluts. Like, it sounded weird coming out of my mouth, the way I put, like, no pause in between, or I put too much of a pause between us and slot, see, now I said slut again. I don't know. Jeez, I'm tired. Like I said, I have one friend. I'm your friend, Cass. Oh, I know. Well, so I mean, like, other than you guys are my friends. This is what I get out of my friendship, my social, what I need out of my social, what's it called? The social scale or whatever. It's funny, when I went to go hang out with my one friend, like, a couple weeks back, and, he's like, yeah, everyone just needs to, like, even introverts, they need to, like, get out and socialize a little bit. And it's funny, because he's, like, an extrovert. Which is, I think it's hilarious, because, I think, I don't know what he would describe himself, because I would say he's an extroverted introvert. Because he's a lot like me, but he's just, like, an extroverted version of me. So that's what, like, I would just call him an extroverted introvert. But yeah, so we had that conversation last time we were hanging out too. In one of your Willow reaction videos, you laughed and agreed that communal bathing is scary. LMAO. So you would not be into a tanning at Secret Cove. It's a queer nudist beach at Tahoe Lake. Okay, so it's funny. I was wondering if anyone was really going to catch that. It's not the communal part that I have an issue with. It's the bathing part that I have an issue with. And it's because I I don't like baths, so I take showers. I bathe, but like I take showers. I don't because I have a fear of like this is gonna sound weird. I've said this before on stream or whatever, but I can't think of any other way to put it. And there's a word for it. I have a fear of like just being wet, like constantly wet and like just soaked. So I don't like to take baths. And I also don't, I hate wearing wet clothing. It freaks me out. So like anytime if we go to a beach or to a pool or something, I immediately have to change after we're done like being in the water, because like I'll go into the water and I'll have fun. I'll have to like do whatever. But as soon as we're out of the water, I need to go change and be in dry clothing, because I hate wearing wet clothes. It drives me bonkers. So the communal part I don't have an issue with. It's the bathing part that I have an issue with. So it's just funny. And then we went to it was years ago. We went to a bathhouse. Oh Lord, we'll never do that again. You do everything like I think you should try to do things right, like everything once or whatever, however that saying is. But uh yeah, I will never ever go into a bathhouse again. Or at least no. I won't do it. I won't do a bathhouse ever again. We aren't friends. Oh, I meant you guys are friends for me. I just mean like outside of like streaming. That's all. You're an amazing person because you are open and honest about the things you discuss with us. So I just subscribe to your YouTube channel because you say what's on your mind, and I respect that. Oh, well, I appreciate it. And why you haven't been subscribed this whole time, I don't freaking know. But, you know, whatever. It's cool. I won't take that to heart. But no, no, I really do appreciate it. A lot of people who like know my past and stuff, it's just I was afraid to be myself for like basically 20 years, so like almost my whole life. So I don't like to pretend to be something that I'm not, or like try to what's it called, try to censor myself. I don't like to try to censor myself or to hide or try to be something that I'm not. I hate it. And so like I'm just pretty much, if anyone asks me any questions, I'm like open and like I'll talk about it. I'm not gonna lie to you about anything, but like if there is something that I don't want to talk about, then I'll just tell you I can't talk about it right now or whatever, you know, like because but I don't think I've ever done that. So if anything's ever like too personal, then I'll just tell you, like, you know, I can't talk about it right now, but like maybe someday or something. But you can almost ask me literally just about anything. I wish it was easier to make friends when you're older. Right? Yeah, like it was funny because when we first came to Florida, I joined Bumble, and that's how I made how I made my friends, the wild and crazy ones. But I told Anna too, and I was like, I got on Bumble, it was like a month or two ago, and I was like, I got on Bumble to see if I can like make more friends and like whatever, but I was like, I don't like anybody on there. So like there was no point. I have one friend who, when we are together, we should issue a warning because either the jokes get very dark or really dirty. It's a fun time, but I do not mix my friend groups often for that reason. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely have friends that you can like be a certain type. I wouldn't say be more yourself with, but like maybe like a certain type of a part of yourself, and then like with some people, and then a certain type with like other people. And so like you don't want those to like merge for sure. Yeah, I know what you mean by that. Like I wouldn't want my one friend that I do have to ever meet my wild friends. But I've told him, it's funny because I've told him the stories of like the shit that went down like with the wild friends. So I've told him about those things, but like if no, I wouldn't want to have the two like combine. It would be so fucking weird. I don't think I don't, like, I think everyone would get along because, like, everyone gets along with everyone, but it would just be weird. I don't know. I want to see this bitchy side now. I don't know. It's you don't really get it unless like I'm in like a bad mood or like um maybe if I'm really sleep deprived, which I'm pretty sleep deprived right now, but I'm not I'm not going to be a bitch. Or if I'm hangry, but my like I said, we had that conversation what last stream or something about hangry or sleep deprived self. How did Anna seduce you? What do you mean, like for the first time, or like like what am I seduced by? That's a big question. What do you mean by that? Excuse me, we not sluts. Well, I mean, some of you might be. I don't know. I don't know what you be like. I mean, sometimes how this conversation goes. I mean, I'm not calling you guys sluts, but you know, I'm just making fun. What was the last sandwich you had? What book was that? And where are you from? Oh, now you're just asking me random questions. The last sandwich I had. Shit, I don't know. It's been a while because I love sandwiches, or at least I love subs. And I haven't been able to have like a deli sub since before I was pregnant. And so, like I told Anna, I said my first meal that I want after I give birth is a pub sub. But probably the last sandwich I had was it was probably Firehouse. It was probably Firehouse. Um, what book was that? I don't know what book you're talking about. I don't have a book. And where are you from? Well, I was born in Arizona, lived in Arkansas for about 20 some odd years, and now I live in Florida. You called us what? Oh, okay. After Dark chat has officially begun. I think probably the After Dark chat probably has officially begun. Baths are weird. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I can do a hot tub, and I can, like I said, I can do a hot tub, and I can do pools, and I can go in the ocean. It's whatever. But as soon as we're done in the water, as soon as I step out, I need to dry off because I will freak out if I'm not in dry clothes. Like sometimes, like if we go to the beach and then our friends are like, "Oh, let's go to like so and so restaurant or yada yada yada," and I'm like, I need to go home first and change, and then I can. I can't just like go straight to a restaurant or whatever. If I didn't bring extra clothes, can't do it. Something just occurred to me. What if everyone in the live stream are bots? I feel like we would probably then the bots are very dirty then. Yeah, I don't think all the people are bots. I mean, I don't know. We have a great conversation then. Then all of my friends are bots. Showers are superior, not a fan of sitting in my own dirty water. That's another thing too, but that's not the thing that really freaks me out. You would think it would be, but no. It's the fact of being wet that just cuz showers like at least like if you're in the shower, you're constantly getting fresh water like on you, and like whenever you get out of the shower then you're like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then you like just dry off whatever. I mean, I guess the same could be said if you get out of the bath, then you can just dry off and whatever. But, like, I don't know. There's definitely something different about showers and baths. Baths are just people soup. Ew. Gross. It's one way to look at it, I guess. Wet clothes make me itchy. Like, it just makes me feel so uncomfortable, like, sitting in wet clothes. Like, I don't know. I don't know how people do it. Like, I don't know how. I don't know. I wish I could, but I can't. Like, how do you sit in what? Any part, it's not like, even if it's just like, if I'm wearing, like, it's not any sort of body part that freaks me out any more than the other. It's the fact that I'm not fully dry. And that's what, like, freaks me out, you know? I don't know. It's a thing. I mean, it's always been a thing for me. for as long as I can remember. No props. It is on your Twitter now. What have you done in the caveman era if you hate water? Or what would I have done in the caveman? Oh, I don't know. Find a waterfall somewhere? I would have to go to a place that has like a waterfall, and then somehow make some sort of towel to dry myself off with, and then put dry clothes on. I don't know. I would have to figure it out. I feel like there was waterfalls back then. Like, I'll just go to a place that has a waterfall. There was a reason why I wasn't born in the caveman era, okay? And it's because of baths. And I'm sure many other things do. Have you ever been to a nude beach? No, I have not. I wouldn't be opposed to going to a nude beach. Like I said, that stuff doesn't freak me out, but... Yep. Speaking of pale, there's this girl who had her own channel called Overly Attached Girlfriend. She did a video on her being so pale. That's interesting. I mean, you are my YouTube friend. Also, Mikey, you need your homies to... Oh. Yeah, so I know. So, yeah, I mean, you guys are my friends, but we don't go and hang out and do things, you know what I mean? So, like, I have my friend that I go out and do things with, and then I have you guys. And we chit-chat. You know, that's what we do. Oh, last sandwich was a BLT. Book was a Meg Cabot one, and I'm from Scotland. Oh, cool. The last book that I read, I didn't even finish. I mean, I've been reading fanfics. That's what we were having the conversation earlier about, but the last book that I read, I still haven't even finished. It's sitting on my nightstand or whatever. Being a grown-up, getting together with your friends is harder. You have to schedule it. Oh, I know, for sure. And, like, everyone has kids. And then I'm about to have a kid, so then it's, like, going to make it more difficult, you know. I know, you have to plan all that shit, like, really ahead and stuff. You know what I mean? There's the boy. There's the boy. Were you sleeping? You got your squeaky. It don't squeak no more, though, because you poked a hole in it. Hi, pretty boy. You were sleeping. Because you stayed downstairs. You did not come back up with me. What's up, buddy? Where am I at? Oh. Yeah, I'm at the stage of my life where I'm like F doing something for somebody else. Like, I gotta make sure I'm good first. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm 23, too old to make new friends. The one friend that I do have, I, like, ended up, we were coworkers. So that's how we ended up becoming friends. 23 is not old. No, 23 is not old. Years ago, a gay writer named Bruce LeBruce went to a bathhouse in Germany and was surrounded by naked women. He wasn't happy. Think he was traumatized. Shit, I wouldn't be traumatized. Wow, Cassie, so you do think we're sluts? No, I don't think you're sluts. I don't think you're sluts. I think, and not all of you are dirty, but I think a good amount of you are dirty, which is fine because I'm dirty. So, and that's what makes us good friends. Turkey sandwich after Xmas. I wish I could have a turkey sandwich, but I can't. I can't have deli meat unless it's like cooked or whatever. I meant, like, how did Anna get / hit on you for the first time? Well, we met on Tinder. There's a whole ass story about, like, like, how our first date went. But, yeah, I don't know. We met on Tinder. That's pretty much it. With how we met, anyway. So, we met because I mean, we went through, like, we grew up in a Bible Belt community, so the only way that you can meet anyone if you were gay is either by Tinder or going to the club. And I'm not a club person, so we met on Tinder. And I mean, one thing led to another. We started out as friends with benefits, and then we became girlfriends, and then fiancés, and then now we've been married for 3.5 years. Yeah, 3.5 years. Holy shit, that's crazy. But yeah. Cassie, that question was a reply to me. He forgot to put with my name on it. Oh, I don't know. Yep. Whatever. How about just talk to me? Don't talk to anybody else. No, I'm just kidding. Trying to kidnap you in an abandoned subway. She did. I thought she was going to murder me. I'll be honest. That's how our first date went. I thought Anna was going to murder me. And I was going to be completely okay with that, pretty much. I'm on my best behavior today. I feel like my comment last time was a lot. I don't even remember what your comment was last time. It must have not have been a lot if I don't remember specifically what the comment was. I'm on my best behavior also. Why? It's so boring. I probably just yelled at that, and I'm sorry. I did not mean to yell that out. It's a little bit sad times if you don't like getting wet. And listen, you know what I mean. I have to have a hot tub one time a week and date night, sexy time sexy time, and with kids, you have to schedule sexy time and hot tub time. Yeah, a comma would have done you good right there, Francesca. I was like, I know Francesca. She did not mean to say however this is going to come out, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Being married with kids, you have to schedule everything: friend times, date night, sexy time, YouTube time. I got you. Hey, sports princess. It would be hard to hang out since some of us live in England. Yeah, well, a lot of you guys live all over the place, so yeah. It would be difficult. Could we be this naughty in person? Most of us are introverts. Could we handle it? Probably not. I don't know. Are you itchy? You're not scratching anything. You're not scratching anything. He likes to do this thing with my arm where he like puts his head on my arm, but then I'm stuck and then I can't move it. I want to cuddle with your dog. So adorable. He'll cuddle with you. He's a very big cuddler. Huh. You like to cuddle. And he loves his ladies too. He'll cuddle with anybody though, to be honest. He'll cuddle with anybody. Men and women. You just like to cuddle. Look at that face. Oh, you're such a handsome boy. Such a handsome boy. I will be back in a second. I need to tell someone to shut up. Okay. Oh my gosh, talking about fanfic and novel finished gap, the novel and Wattpad. Yes, I am that type of lesbian that reads an entire lesbian novel before my wife did. Is it good? I remember you talking about it last time. What's wrong with deli meat? Oh, I don't know. I can't have it. I can't have cold deli meat when I'm pregnant. So, I have not had a good cold deli meat sandwich in over 6 months. So, and I'm very upset. And that's going to be my first meal after I give birth. Slutty is in the eye of the beholder. Maybe I'm just friendly. You could be friendly, sure. Competitive lesbian reading lesbian novels first so they don't spoil shows. I know, that's how I feel sometimes. Where are you going? That's how I feel sometimes. Like, when I'm watching, like, not so much reading stuff, but when I'm watching a show. Not for, like, in person, because Anna and I don't watch the same stuff, but... What are you doing? Switch. You're so cute. Oh, you're pushing my chair. What are you doing, buddy? You thought she was gonna murder you? What kind of first date was that? I'll tell you about it in a second. I just wanted to get caught up with chat before I said that story because it's kind of long. I can't really skip anything. About wanting a woman to touch herself. Come on, you forgot that. Wait, what were we about wanting a woman to touch herself? Come on, you forgot that. What were we talking about? Was that supposed to go for someone else? I don't know. I would rather have a woman want to touch, well, not just herself. True. Oh, I should probably put it, disclaimer, just in case the chat's getting dirty. He's got his head rested on my comment from last time. Oh. I need a date bad. I'm sorry, Sports Princess. Tinder. What is happening? Wait, hold on. What is happening with touching? Did I miss something? Apparently it was his comment from last time, but I was like, wait, what? Yeah. No, so, okay, so I'll tell the story kind of like as quickly as I can. Because it's kind of a long story, but I think I've told it so many times, I think I can do it without telling it like the long version. But hey, Cassie, how are you? I'm good. But, so Anna and I met on Tinder. We chatted for a couple of weeks before we like set anything up. And it was the beginning of December, and she invited me to be her date for this. She was still in college, and I think I was still in college technically too, but I was like in my last semester and it was all online. So, it was a college party that was a sweater party. And, so she asked me to be her date for this ugly Christmas sweater party thingy. And so I was like, okay, yeah, definitely I'll go. Even though I did not own an ugly Christmas sweater, so I had to like go and buy one. But, anyway, so she's like, okay. And at the time we did not live in the same town. We lived in two completely different towns. And they were like 45 minutes apart from each other. Because in this state, like, yeah, it's just everyone was freaking far away from each other. So, we live 45 minutes apart. And so she's like, okay, great. So just come over to my place and then I'll take us to the party. And I was like, okay, cool. Because the party was going to be closer to where she lived anyway. Well, in my mind. So I went to her house. It was like pitch black outside. Well, it wasn't even, she lived in an apartment complex, but the apartment complex, the lighting was like, some of the lights were out or something. And so, I pulled up into this parking lot in front of her apartment. And so she's like, okay, cool. I'm already in my car. So just come out of your car and then get into my car. And I'm like, oh God. I'm like, okay. So it's already kind of getting a little bit sus for me. So I had a pocket knife on me. And at the time, it was funny because my pocket knife, I called it my bra knife because it was small and it had a clip on it. So I could just put it like right underneath my bra because it would kind of mesh with the wire of the bra. So it, like, you couldn't tell. So anyway, and it was easy access. So, I was like, okay, sure, whatever. So I get out of my car and then, there's like, one car, and it was an all black, it was blacked out. It was a blacked out car. It was like a Honda, I think it was like a Honda Civic or something. I don't remember what it was, but, I was like, okay. And it had its headlights on. And so I'm walking in pitch black and I have no fucking idea where I'm at. And, so she gets out of her car and she's like, oh, hey, like, I'm Anna, whatever. Cause we'd never met in person. This is the first time we're meeting. And so I was like, oh, hey, cool. And so she's like, okay, cool. Let's go. So I get in her car And so she's like, oh, so we have to go to my storage unit because my ugly Christmas sweater is not in my apartment. It's in my storage unit. And so I'm like, storage unit. Okay. Like, pitch black. First of all, I don't know where I'm at. And then we're going to go to her storage unit. Okay. So it was already it was getting more and more sus. So anyway, I'm like, okay, but I'll keep going, whatever. And so she takes us to her storage unit, and she gets out, goes into her unit or whatever, and she gets back in the car, and she knew what she was doing too. So she takes off her clothes, except for like her bra or whatever she was wearing, a bra, but she takes off her clothes so that she can put on her ugly Christmas sweater. I was like, bitch knows what she's doing, whatever. So she takes off her clothes so that she can put on her ugly Christmas sweater. And then she's like, okay, great. Now we can go to the party. And so I was like, okay. And then we start driving, and we're driving for like maybe half an hour. And I'm like, where is this party? And she's like, oh, it's like, and she says some town that I've never even heard of. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, yeah, we just got another hour to go. And I'm like, what? I was like, where the fuck are we going? So she takes me an hour and a half away from wherever her place was at. And she pulls up into this abandoned town. And she just pulls her car over onto like, she's not even on the side of the road. This is an abandoned town. So like all the cars are just parked on the street. And so she's like, okay, cool. So it's just like right through there in between these abandoned buildings. And so I'm like, oh my God. Okay. I was like, in my head, I'm like, I'm so getting murdered. So we get out, and then we have to go on the back of the building. We have to enter in through the back of the building because at the time I didn't know that we were technically illegally. We were trespassing because it was a college party, and no one owns like these abandoned buildings or whatever. And so we get in, and there was like, as soon as we get in, there was a bunch of people in there. And so I was like, okay, cool. Well, it's an actual party. So I'm like, okay, well, at least, it's not just her and I, and then she decides to kill me or whatever. But, and then, so we're partying, whatever. I think I had like one, maybe two drinks, and they were like out of a can, and they were like wine coolers or something. So I'm like, I need to stay vigilant. And then, but I need to take the edge off because I'm like, anxiety overload. And then she gets drunk, and then, but in this abandoned town, there's no running water or electricity. And so she's like, I have to go pee, and there's not a bathroom. So will you walk me to the alleyway? And I'm like, maybe she's not drunk. Maybe this is the time where she's going to kill me, and then she's just going to kill me in this alleyway. And yeah, but so I had to take her to the alleyway like 3 or 4 times because she drank so much that she had to pee all this like freaking time. And then, yeah, she never ended up murdering me, obviously. But then, she could not drive. So I was like, well, luckily I'm like, I don't know where I'm at, but I have a smartphone. So I'll just like GPS us back to her apartment. And so I had to drive her car, and take her friend. We had to take her friend home. So we took her friend home, and then I had to take her home, and then I had to drive from her place back to my place, and I did not go to bed until like 5 a.m. or something that morning. But yeah, that was like our whole first date. So, but whilst like in the middle of this date, like once I realized I wasn't going to get murdered, then it was pretty good. So, but that's our whole first date. Was that comment made about the flirting where you said you would only flirt to make them want to touch themselves? Oh, okay, hold on, wait. Oh, okay. I remember the conversation that we were having. Was that last week, or was that like before last week? I remember that now. But it wasn't a bad comment. I hate sweaters. Sweaters are fine if I'm not going to be too hot, Cassie, Gap 7, are you excited to watch it? Yes, I am. I'm also a little nervous because it looks pretty intense. Bra knife gives me Xena flashbacks. I I don't have that bra knife anymore because the clip on it broke, and then I'm like, well, shit. It's not a bra knife no more. Do you feel sometimes that you are too gay? Sometimes I feel that I am too much of a lesbian. Sometimes too gay, too gay to function. Yes and no. I don't think there's a thing as too much gay. I think you just be yourself or whatever. I just think sometimes we hit very stereotypical things, like, and I'm like, oh, that's very lesbian of me to say that or to do that or whatever, but yeah. Hiding something in your bra, classic. Well, because, like, also it's a first date, and, like, I'm not going to do anything on the first date, so, like, ain't nobody going to be touching there. And if they do, then I'm going to just pull it out before, you know, shit goes too far. Married to a girl, having kids with a girl who tried going to clubs, going to musicals, watching gay shows, reading gay novels, reading fanfics. Sometimes I think I'm a little bit too much of a gay. There's not a such thing as too much gay. Your first date sounds romantic. It kind of, I mean, once we got, like, because, I mean, it was an abandoned building, so it was, like, not the most romantic place to be. And, like, one half of it looked like an abandoned Subway. Like, it was, like, the Subway, like, the restaurant Subway. Because they had booths, and, like, they had the green and yellow, like, booths. And then there was a part where you could tell where, like, the people would make the sandwiches, because they didn't have that, like, line anymore, that, like, buffet thing. It wasn't there, but there was like a section that was, like, separated from the other middle section. So I'm pretty sure it used to be a Subway. What are you doing? He's just laying, like, right there. The shirt move was smooth. Oh, she knew what she was doing. It's funny because, like, the first time I ever explained our first date to anyone, I can't remember who I was talking to. I don't know if it was one of our friends or, like, if it was my parents or someone. I can't remember. And I told them, and I said, yeah, I thought Anna was going to murder me on my first date. And Anna's like, wait, what? Like, she didn't even realize it. And then she's like, oh, shit. Yeah, I can kind of see that. I was like, yeah. Cass, I'm speechless. That story was both exciting and hot and the setup for a horror movie. I know. I think I was just like, you know what? If I'm gonna die, at least I went on this first date with this woman. Like, at least it would have been a decent way to go. You know what I mean? Close one. Yep. I hope you drove home. I did. I drove her car. I drove them. Like I said, we had to take her friend home. It was me and Anna, and then her friend was in the back, and then we took her friend home first because she lived, like, right around the corner. So we took her friend home, and then I drove her home, dropped her off in her car, and then I drove my car and then went home. I was so fucking tired when I got home because it was like 5 a.m. Oh, it was crazy. Was that your best impression of Anna? You know what's funny is that usually anytime I do an impression of Anna, I do like a deeper voice, and I, like, talk like this sometimes, and, like, I do, and Anna's like, I don't even sound like that, and then I'm like, she doesn't sound like that. But it's just funny because every time I try to do an impression, because Anna's just very I'm trying to think of the word. She's just kind of like, I don't know how to describe. She's like the cool chick from high school that was kind of like, but she always, like, stayed in the corner, and she, like, didn't give any fucks about anyone, and she just, like, stayed in the corner and, like, just people watched and, like, you know, whatever. Like, she just was kind of like this, you know. And so that's what she reminds me of. But sometimes, like, whenever I do an impression of her, I, like, get all deep and, like, I always like, it's so funny because anytime I make fun of her or try to do an impression, that's what I do. And then she's like, I don't even sound like that. And she doesn't. She doesn't sound like that, but I don't even know how to do really, and like if I, because she sounds normal, so I don't know how to do like a normal impression of like what she sounds like or whatever, or how she is. I gave up paying attention to the whole lesbian stereotypes. Let me enjoy my plaid shirts in peace. Oh yeah, I love my plaid shirts. I have several. What? Oh, someone. Is Mama home or is someone walking? Oh, she might be home. She is home. That's what he hears. I'm gonna shut the door real quick. Hold on, cause they're loud whenever they come in. And he's not gonna come back in here. When she's home, he's like, nah, fuck you now. I don't think his squeaky is still in here. Oh, it is. Hold on. I'll let him have his squeaky. So your first date was in Arizona. I can see trying to find a place beaten off track. No, it was in Arkansas. No, it wasn't in Arizona. Yeah, it was in Arkansas. But so in Arkansas, it's like a lot of the towns in Arkansas are old. Not all of them are abandoned, but there's a couple of abandoned towns in Arkansas, for sure. Hot woman killing me, I would be like, yes, please. Well, so I was like I was like, I mean, she ain't bad looking, so I'm like, it'll be alright, I guess. Better than being killed by an ugly one, I guess. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. LGBT plus community has the best date stories. We've got our stories for sure. My first date took me to a strip club. I was like, this is nice. Our second date was like a typical kind of first date. We went to like Buffalo Wild Wings. And we just like chilled out and like talked in a restaurant and like whatever. But that was like our second date. I just tell people I like them. Well, I don't have time to throw hints. Plus, it's confusing and sometimes hard for people to decipher what something means. That's kind of why I like Tinder, though, because it's like you can already tell that the person, if you match, then you can tell that the person, at least they're attracted to you. Like, if they end up stop talking to you, then I guess it's going to be a big bummer because it would be your personality. But, you know, at least you know that they're attracted to you, right? Me and my wife did not have like a proper storytelling first date. Some do and some don't, you know. But you've got stories. Doesn't have to be like a big first date story, but I'm sure you guys have stories. We knew of each other because our parents were friends and we went to the same school. Yeah. So you don't have to have an interesting like first date story. But you probably have a bunch of like stories or whatever, you know. Gotta head to bed. I'm getting pretty sleepy. Good night, girl. Night, sports princess. First dates are fun. You're both nervous and it feels weird, but good. For the most part, yeah. I mean, as long as you're interested. My first date with guys were never fun, but but with ladies, they were, yeah. Only been to a strip club once. It was an experience. Have I ever been to a strip club? I don't think I've ever been to a strip club. Yep. I don't think I've ever been to one. Anna's been to several. But I don't think I've ever been to one. I don't think I've ever really been interested to really go to one, though. I don't know. I wanted to marry that 40-year-old woman I went with, but, you know. What? Cody? Whatever. You just make me want to, like, be mad at you. Cody likes it when I'm mad at them. What was your first date ever? Worst first date ever? Any of the ones that I was with, guys? um, no. There was, I don't know if there's like a worst date per se, because a lot of them I just like blocked them out. There was a date that I went on with a guy, and he just kept cussing. Like every other word, he would be a cuss word. I cuss like a sailor, but like I don't say a cuss word like every other word. And this guy was like every other word was a cuss word coming out of his mouth, and it just got on my nerves. I was like, I don't. It's like you're trying to prove something, and it's like we were still adults at the time. We were like 20 something. Like I had to be like 20 because I came out at like 21. But yeah, but it's like, we're still adults. You don't have to prove anything. Like if any, I'm like, it just made you less attractive. I'm trying to think if there was any other. I've just had not good date. Oh, there was one. So there was one date that I went on with a guy, and it was a typical date. It would have been fine, and probably would have went on more dates if if this didn't happen. But so we went to a Chinese restaurant or something I love Chinese food, to eat food, and then we went to the movies, and then that was it. But when I think he must have taken us or something. I think he dropped me off or whatever. And I was like getting ready for bed, and I was like laying in bed or something, and he had texted me, and he was like, it was a great first date, and he's like, I'm falling in love with you. And this is the first date, and I've never met this guy before in my life. Well, no, that's a lie. I've met him before. We went to high school, but we weren't friends in high school, and like he was a part of like the jock clique or whatever, and I was a part of the ROTC clique, so we just did not you know what I mean? But so like we knew of each other, but we didn't like no, we didn't hang out. We didn't know each other, but we knew of each other. And so and he told me, he's like, I'm falling in love with you on the first fucking date. And I was like, nope. And I did not go on another date with him, and I felt kind of bad. But then he ended up blocking me and stuff. He was so mad that I didn't, like, I was like, I don't know what to do. And I think I even like asked my mom, and I was like, what do I do in this case? And she's like, shit, I don't know. So I did have a guy tell me he was falling in love with me on the first date, and I'm like, okay, no, thank you. So how'd that happen? We hate each other. We hated each other. She was a perfect, and she was perfect, and I kind of bullied her. She was hot, and I still bullied her. Then I was kicked out of the family and had to change schools. Then we saw each other. I had a crush on this. I wouldn't call her a bully, but I had a crush on this one girl in high school. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily call her a bully. I think it's just because she just kind of teased me, and she was older. She was one of my friends at the time's older sister, and this is before I even knew I was gay. But once I realized I was gay, I knew I had, like, once I realized it, I had a crush on her or whatever. And so so these lovely eyebrows that you see, I actually don't have eyebrows, or microbladed, and then I just lightly shade them in with my actual hair color. So when I was in high school, I had like no eyebrows. I had non-existent eyebrows. They were not there. And so that, and because I had scars on both eyebrows, and so I just didn't have eyebrows. And so, which I think I still looked fine. It's just like me with no eyebrow. I don't know how to even show you what I look like with no eyebrows. I don't know. If you find a picture from me back in high school, I feel like I probably look the same. It's just me with no eyebrows. But anyway, so one day she would tease me all the time about it, and she's like, one day I'm just gonna draw on eyebrows. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And one day, out of nowhere, she grabs me and holds me down on the floor, and then draws on eyebrows. But as she was holding me down on the floor, I was like, I'm not even going to fight this. Yep. I'm just going to let her draw eyebrows on my face right now. I'm not even going to fight it because she was like holding me down or whatever. And I was like, yep, okay. But I think I said that. I think I told that story like last stream or something. Or a couple of weeks ago or something like that. We should all go to a strip club with Cody. No, but Cody gotta be my wingman though. Cody, will you be my wingman so that you can like bring me the older women? I don't know though, because I feel like if you try to be my wing woman or whatever, and you go and try to get these like older women, they would just end up they would flock over to you and then not to me. And so I feel like Cody would not be a good wing woman. My first lover I met in a women's study class in college. She did work in a strip club when we moved to San Diego. We were starving students donating plasma, kind of poor. I don't think there's anything necessary. I don't think that there's anything wrong with like strippers or like whatever. Like, it's just, I've never been to one. I don't have a problem with them. I just don't think I've ever been to one. Back in Arkansas, there was only like one or two. I mean, that I knew of. And there's not a lot of attractive strippers in Arkansas, or at least not any that I saw, so it wasn't really something that you went and did. You know what I mean? In medical school, and thought she had grown hotter, did not talk at all, and then we met at a wedding. She went with my twin, and we ended up kissing in the bathroom. That was it. I think that's an interesting story. Please. That's a very interesting story. I remember first date I had was a guy. We were walking and chatting, and it was awkward. I didn't have any feelings for them, but a thunderstorm started and we had to shelter in awkward silence for an hour. Oh, no. Oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe he was a lesbian. Oh, because he said that he was falling in love with me? I don't know, maybe. Oh, Lord. I felt so bad, though, because I was like, don't feel the same, man. First date with my current girlfriend, who I have been with for over 10 years, went to the cinema to see Argo, and then went for a meal at TGI Fridays, then had a snog in her car, or as you would say, made out. TGI Fridays is great. Well, it depends. I've had good times and shitty times at TGI Fridays, but yeah. Cass, you're like catnip. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I hope it's a good thing. So her first date was actually with my brother, but ended with me. Yeah, that's an excellent story. That's a great story. If someone told me they fell in love with me, a sarcastic comment would be loading in my mind. I'm like, I don't know how to respond to it, so I'm just not going to respond. And I think I just completely ignored his ass for like forever. I don't think I've ever talked to him after that point ever again. And I remember him like, he's like, I'm just going to block you on everything. He got so mad. He was like, I'm just going to block you on everything. I can understand why he was mad, because I kind of like just stopped talking to him, but I didn't know what else to do. I probably should just have told him, I'm sorry, like, I just don't feel the same, and like, we should probably stop seeing each other. And I'm such a huge advocate for communication too, but like, I don't know. Like, sometimes you get put in a situation and you're like, shit, I don't know what to do. What branch of ROTC were you in? I was in Naval ROTC in high school years ago. Ours was Air Force. Our branch was Air Force. Wait, why did you have no eyebrows? Because I was born with no eyebrows. I don't know. Because, no, I had eyebrows. They're just blonde, but they're so blonde that they look like they're not there. They're so, my mother, she also like had super blonde super blonde eyebrows. McKenna had super blonde eyebrows. McKenna's aren't microbladed. She just shades hers in. But McKenna has no eyebrows. I have no eyebrows. My mother has no eyebrows. And so, but my mother and I, we both have we microbladed our eyebrows. Well, not ourselves, but we had them done. We had them microbladed, but yeah, so none of us had eyebrows. And I would say mine was probably the worst out of anyone's, because like the hair that I did have was just very like little because of my scars. So the lady I went to who microbladed them, because I told her when I made the appointment with her, I was like, hey, so I have scars on both eyebrows. Do you think that's a problem? She goes, no, like a bunch of people have scars on their eyebrows. So she's like, it's no problem at all. And it was so quick too. She's like, and then she's like, I'm done. But and they're great. Awesome. So like one day if I decided to go without makeup or something, I don't look scary. I look like I still have eyebrows. So, but yeah. I didn't get them microbladed until it was like a couple of months right before our wedding. I had it done in like December or January right before our wedding. So it was like 5-6 months before our wedding. So I've had them microbladed for like almost 4 years. To be fair, does make a person look different without eyebrows, as it is a feature to the face. Yeah, I mean, for sure. It's funny because my high school graduation picture, or the cap and gown picture or whatever, it's me, and I have like no fucking eyebrows. And it's funny because my grandma has a picture of me like that. Well, actually, I think both my parents and my grandparents have that picture of me on their wall, that same picture. And I'm like, can you please find a more recent photo than from 10 years ago? Because I was like, that's 10 years ago. And that is pre-eyebrow cast. And then so everyone always cracks up because I think they just do it now just to tease me. They just never change my photo. Everyone else's photo has been like updated except for mine. And so mine is like, it's because they're like, yeah, but you still look the same. And I was like, what? I was like, yeah, but I have eyebrows now. You could, like, I don't know, update the photo, maybe. My family is just a whole bunch of assholes. I feel like Cody would accidentally take all the cougars. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. Cody wouldn't even do it on purpose. She would just, because I would be like, Cody, go get me an older lady. And then, but Cody would like go, and I feel like Cody would attempt to bring me an older lady, but then the older lady would be like, just like it would just, yeah, it would not work. The older lady would just be like, oh, okay, your friend, huh? And then somehow like get the older lady. I went to a strip club for my 25th birthday years ago with a coworker. Yeah, I've just never been. It's funny. I kind of realized that I've just never been. I would love to be your wing woman, but you can't be mad if they like me also. I feel like in all sincerity, I'm not that type of person. I wouldn't be mad if they liked you or whatever. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like if you were to try to be my wing woman, they would end up liking you, and then I'm like, well, fuck, you're a terrible wing woman, because like they just end up liking you instead of me. But that's what the whole point of a wing woman is. The wing woman is supposed to like help you get people, but you can't bring them people if the people like you. So you would be a terrible wing woman. But not on purpose. Like you would do everything you could to try to help me, I feel like. But then it would it would just not work out. But not because you didn't try. I had the worst burger at the Newcastle TGI Fridays. I could have used it as a blunt weapon. It was that hard. Ugh. Yeah, TGI Fridays is either a hit or miss. So the printer ran out of ink when it came to your eyebrows. LOL, sorry. I don't know what it is. Well, I think it's just because I my natural hair color is like red. And so a lot of my hair, so like my arm hair is like blonde. My arm hair is blonde, and my leg, my, like if my, shave my legs all the time, but like if my leg hair were to grow, I think it'd be red. But it's funny, it's my hair is either like red or it's blonde, and I guess my eyebrows were like, we're gonna go blonde. Whatever. Cool. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, and like I said, my mom's were blonde, and then McKenna's are blonde. Um, and then Jack got all the eyebrows. Jack got thick, bushy eyebrow. Jack has he has like beautiful, like thick, like brown eyebrows or whatever. And I'm like, what, asshole? I'm like, yeah, I'm like, you're a guy. You don't even really need them. I don't know. My granny draws her eyebrows on. It cracks me up when she forgets and accidentally smudges them, and suddenly she looks surprised. There was McKenna's grandma. She had hers tattooed on, but the tattoo was so old, and then the tattoo ended up being like purple looking, and yeah, she needed to have them like redone, but she only had them done one time, and it was like 40 years ago or something. Most of the girls in arena strip clubs are lesbians. So funny when guys are trying to hook up. Yeah, I can only imagine. I have half blonde eyebrows on both sides, which I don't like. So every couple of months, I get them tinted. You didn't need to get them microblading. I did though. I even tried to dye them, and it's just because it's the lack of hair that is there that it didn't even do anything. I did have them. I tried to have them dyed, but I'm like, we'll try. If she fucks up she is like known like throughout the nation to be really good at microblading. So I did my research, and just like with my tattoos and everything, I'm gonna look at their portfolios and shit before like I make a decision, especially when it comes to my face. And then my mom went to the same lady. Technically, I've known her my entire life. She is the best thing, and technically, she did the first move. She kissed me, and I did want to go slow because I cared. That's sweet, though. That's sweet. That's cute. You guys have a cute story, though. Have someone else be your wing woman. I'll just tag along in the back. That wouldn't help me out either. Because you know what would happen is the woman would probably be like, oh, like my friend over there, and then for some reason she would see me, but then she would see you behind me, and then she'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go over there. I feel like because Cody and I like the same type of women. I don't know, Cody, you could not even like older women. It could just been that one time, but like I feel like because I tease you about it. Anytime if we go anywhere, like you would just have to not be with me because it would not work out for me. Plasma donating, yeah, rough but well worth the money when you're desperate. Lover was amazing, and she taught me everything a new lesbian needs to be satisfied. Oh, well, that's great. Especially for your first time. She had always pushed me to kiss her and stuff, and like to study, get married, do sports, get a master's, have kids, have a house, travel. I really go on the ride with her. For sure. You guys are really good together then. The eyebrows did not get the memo about how pale your skin is. Yeah. I know. That's why I need eyebrows to offset the paleness. I feel like I'm not actually. I'm white, okay? I'm white, but I feel like I'm probably not as white with the lights and stuff, like, because the lights are pretty close to me so that they illuminate me. But I am also still pretty white. Have you thought about reacting to Women Love Women movies? I've done a couple. I've done like 2 on YouTube semi-recently. I did Crush, and then I did... What's that other one? What's that Hallmark one? I don't remember. I don't remember the name of it. I did another one. And then I've done a couple maybe on Patreon. But yeah. But I want to do more. It's just I'm waiting for more to come. I would go and do whatever she wants. She is with me, and I could not imagine a world without her or my kids. She is just magic. Oh, that's so sweet. I'm a little jealous. Oh, man, I was thinking about visiting for a cup of tea as well. Cody, just... It's a good thing that we don't live in the same country. Just stay away so that I can get all the older women that I want, and you can get all the older women that you want over there. Cody just can't turn off the charm. I know. That's what I'm saying. I keep like clipping into the mic. I'm sorry. I get a little too... Oh, my bad. But yeah, it's all Cody's fault. And she doesn't even need to be. I don't know, maybe you are. Maybe you do mean to be. And you're just acting like you don't mean to be. Is that your game, Cody? Is that how you get them? Oh, Tracy, hey. Thanks for becoming a member. That's Cody's game, though. I see you. I see you, Cody. It's just my smile. Sometimes older women can't resist. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Love Classified. That's it. Thank you. That's the name of the movie I was thinking of. Okay, new plan. Cody takes us to the club but stays in the car. She can't even stay in the car. You can just drop us off. Because for some reason, I feel like the older women would be like, I need to go outside for some fresh air or something, and then see Cody, and then Cody drives them off somewhere. Cody can just drop us off. So Cody and you stealing all the milfs. I'm not saying you greedy, but what? If anybody else want milfs, they just can't. Just don't be near me because I want them. How am I supposed to get milfs if everyone else is into milfs and then it doesn't end well? Because I don't have game. I would need a wing woman. I don't have game. They would have to come to me. And then it would be fine. But I would also have to know that they were interested. I have no game. I have nothing to work on. And so the thing is Cody's got her smile, and then boom, they got her like that. Like, come on. I'm not saying in the car I want to have fun. Cody, you can't come in. You can't come in. you drop us off and then you leave, and you have to be out. Like, you can't even go to like the next building over, because I feel like they would sense that you were there in proximity. So you need to just drop us off and then drive to the next town over. You can't be there. You can't be there, Cody. You're not allowed. I don't need competition. I don't do well with competition. Because then I would just, because pretty much what would happen is I would just let it happen, and then I'm like, oh, okay. I would just be really bummed. I would just sulk about it. I wouldn't even do anything about it. I would just sulk. I would just be in the corner, like, just sulking. Damn, I'm glad I don't want the MILFs. Okay, so Ohio can come with us. Ohio can come with us. I have the worst game. I don't have any game. What does OTM mean? I don't remember. Hold on, I'll Google it. What does OTM mean? This is like what it means in like business or whatever. Off the market. Gotcha. Yeah, but even if Cody's up, but they don't know that. They don't know that, and then that could be a thing because some women like that. Some women like to be with other women who are off the market. I'll put a face mask on so they can't see me. It wouldn't work. They would find that attractive. You can't be there. Cody can go hang out at the airport. Yep, in an airplane, getting ready to take off to the farthest place possible. Cody, when did you become the MILF Whisperer? I don't know. She became the MILF Whisperer, so that's what I'm saying. She can't come. I don't even know. I'm trying to think of like, you're going to try to come up with any sort of excuse to be there with us, and I'm like, can't happen, can't do it. What is happening? Why can't I have fun? Because you can't be there. You would take all of them away. That's what happens, Cody. That's what happens when we have the same type in women. You can't come with me to places. I don't need that kind of competition. I need to be the only option. Why not just share? I mean, you have 2 hands. No, because I don't like to share. I am not the sharing type of woman. Can I come even if I don't know my type in woman? Maybe. My neck keeps I can hear my neck popping every time I do it. Oh, let's try. Oh. Depends. It depends. If I have any sort of none of you guys can come if you're a competition. I don't need any sort of competition. I already know that Cody's going to be competition, so she can't come. Cody, you having fun dries the well up for the rest of us. You having fun dries the well up for the rest of us. Okay, there we go. I said it right the second time. Yes, I know. I'll be straight for the night, so I'll come along. They'll know you're not straight, Cody. They'll know you're not straight. They know. Women know. We know these things. You can't just pretend to be straight all of a sudden. Sharing is overrated. Yeah, for sure. I don't like. I'm just the type of woman that doesn't like to share. Hold on, I gotta situate myself. My back. Okay. Oh, that one felt good. I like how we're just hypothetically talking about, like, if we ever go to, like, a club or something. And we automatically, like, Cody can't come. I feel bad, though. You can come. But, like, at the same time, I would want you to come, but I don't want you to come. What if we FaceTime? No, because then they would take the phone away, and then they would just, like, walk around with you on FaceTime. No. I'm pointing out every sort of excuse that you have. You can't come. They would take my phone away and want to FaceTime with you. That's what would happen. Anyone else, when they hear someone say my back thinks of that song, my neck, my back. Yeah, probably just about every time. It's hot in here. No reading out my comment. Why? Oh, did you say something? Where did you... Where? Mikey, you know I always read out your comments. I don't even see your most recent comment. You didn't even say anything. When did you say something? I don't see anything by you. The last time I see that you said something, you were atting Cody. I'm trying to also think of a way that Cody could like be a part of the fun, but you know, whatever. I love how YouTube does not like the word MILF and it wants to not. So I always have to allow the comment. We would definitely have fun with these MILFs. If there was more than one, then maybe you can come along. If there was more than one, you can come with us to have fun. If there's only one, you can't come. I don't need that sort of competition. I volunteer to watch Cody. Someone's got to be on duty. So someone would have to like bodyguard and like block Cody from being seen. Love the hypothetical. Let's get back to that. Where would you like to meet to find all these cougars? I don't even know. Like, shit, is there just like the Cougar Den, which is like a club or something? Is there like a club called the Cougar Den or like the Cougar Club or MILF Manor or I don't know. I'm just coming up with all these like random names that these clubs could have, like where all the MILFs go. I don't know. But the thing is too is like they would need to be like interested in women. So like what like I don't know. Is there a place where lesbian MILFs go? I need to know where that be. If we go to a club, I would sit with a drink and is it Camille? Is that how her name is? Would drag me to the dance floor and would do the routine. Oh, what kind of routine? How rude! If there's more than one Cody, that's the only way that you can have fun. Do you schedule these lives or are they just random? Well, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time is when I go live. So every week at Wednesday at 7 Eastern. Is YouTube not allowing my comment then? Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Usually, but if it doesn't allow it, it'll ask me to approve it. I sent it again under my last comment. I don't see anything. It's not even allowing me. See, there's a message right here that Elizabeth just asked, and it's asking me to approve it. And so now I'm approving it. Because it's different for everyone. What is your age range definition of a cougar? Oh, I don't know. That's a good point. That is a good point. I don't know. My age range of a cougar would be... I don't know. Would it be... just anyone older than me, I would just say... I would just probably consider a MILF. I mean, I don't know if I would say cougar, but I guess they're probably the same thing. For me, well, because I'm 27, about to be 28. So anyone probably from like 35 until like in the 50s, I would say like that's the golden age gap right there. I don't know. I say that, but it could be older. It could be younger. I don't know. Yes, Cody's MILF'd in. YouTube is blocking Mikey. I wouldn't be surprised, but it's not even asking me. Normally, it'll just ask me to approve it. And Because Mikey has said some stuff. And for the most part, I approve all of Mikey's stuff. So someone needs to make a queer strip club. I think most strip clubs are probably just automatically queer, and men just go to them. I don't think that it just happens to be like, I don't know. Maybe they've been queer this entire time, and men just happen to go to queer strip clubs and think that they're straight. Yes, we would do the dancing routine, and you would be in the Cougar Town Lesbian Club. What kind of dance routine are we talking about here? I love the dance floor routine. It's a great way to role play and have fun. Where are you doing this dance routine? Are you doing it in front of all of us in said club? We're all like, I'm hypothetically, all of us are in this club, and then I'm trying to figure out what like this dance routine is. Cody just says 40. 40's, there's no age range. She just says 40. 40 is a great age. What about Anna? Would Anna go to the Cougar Town Lesbian Club? No. It's not. She doesn't like older women. Hey, Travis. Cassie, I just recently aged into your preference. Are you coming to the club then? Oh man, I love being gay. Yes, in front of everyone, you were hooking up later. That's what, but I know that's what kind of dance routine? So all you lesbians going to this club, sounds like there will be a lot of kissing and munching going on. And it sounds like a good time. Man, it is getting hot in here. It's probably not because of it has been a while since I've finished that hot chocolate. Probably. I like how Cody said probably. Not with each other. I don't know. You never know. We're all lesbians. You know how we do. We need to do more hypotheticals because this is fun. I'm having a great time in this hypothetical like club that we're in. General Alder is in the club 100%. If General Alder is in this club, all of yo asses are not going to be in there. I'm the only one that's going to be in there. Although, to be honest, as soon as I would get in there, and if she would be in there, I would probably pass out. I would not. It would be worse than having no game. I would shut down. I finally got sent, had to change a few words and emojis. Oh, okay. And that's what it was then. Then YouTube automatically rejected it. Didn't even ask me to approve it. I mean, whatever you're into. I mean, whatever anybody else is into. I mean, hell. This is our hypothetical. We can make it be whatever we want to be, okay? I'm for sure going to the club. We don't know what Cody's capable of. I would just see, a part of me would also just want to like sit back and watch Cody do her thing. I would just like sit back and like I'm like, Cody, just go out into the wild. Just go on out. One look at Alder and you pass out. I probably would, to be honest. I probably would. I would all the time. I'm like, I would freak out. I might not pass out, but I would shut down. I would just shut down. Imagine a dance routine, essentially, but two of you are together and body is just barely touching. Yeah, don't tell me that, because then... Whatever. Okay. I wouldn't be able to control myself with you, woman. You wouldn't be able to control... You wouldn't be... With me? Is that what you're saying? I don't know why. My brain shut down person would be Eliza Dushku. Didn't we look at? I feel like we looked that person whenever we did Smash or Pass or whatever the other week. Our dance routine is the Ross and Monica dance routine. I don't know what that is. I didn't watch Friends. Well, I watched the first couple episodes and I couldn't get into it, but I don't know what that means. Who would be buying the drinks? I say first round on Cass. Hey now. It depends on how many of us are there. How many of us are going to be there? Is it literally everyone in chat? I mean, I guess I could do everyone 21 21 drinks, but then after that I would just be like, nope. Flabbergasted. Oh yeah. Sorry, this is what happens in the and what is it? What did we decide to call it? Chat after dark? I meant women, not woman. Oh, okay. Well, damn. Okay, my heart just got broken a little bit. So if Alder takes you to the alley, we just let it happen? Check. Oh, I would die. Oh my god. I would die. There's no. Mm-mm. I wouldn't. No. Guess I would be busy with the cougars. Shut up, Cody. What's going on now? It's the same thing. Same thing. I'm sure. If you ended up leaving and you came back, it's probably the same thing. I would say, hey, shoots on me, everyone, and I would buy drinks. Like I said, I could maybe do one round, and then after that, then I wouldn't. I would be broke. Sorry, just got on after work. So Ginny and Georgia, yay or nay? Well, yes, of course. But the first one, that's my chair, by the way. I'm not like low-key just passing gas here. But it comes out, I'm doing it, hold on, I'm looking at my schedule. The first one's going to come out on the 7th because I got to do like the most recent of Willow or whatever. And then Ginny and Georgia. Who would it be your hall pass for one night? Well, Lynn Renee. That's what I'm saying. But in actuality, yeah, I mean she's my hall pass, but like, it wouldn't happen because I wouldn't be able to function. It ain't gonna happen. I don't know why this keeps creaking. It didn't used to like creak or whatever. Sorry, I'll say woman again. Well, you can't do that now because I already knew you weren't talking about me. I don't drink much. Love spending the time making those moves on the dance floor. I don't like to dance, though. See, that's the thing. I'm not a dancer. I don't like to dance. We let Alder take you, but make sure to take a pic so after you pass out, you have something to remember that moment. That would be my most regrettable moment of all time. I would be so upset with myself. I don't know. I would want, oh God. But I know I wouldn't be able to function because I can't even think about it and like verbally say like stuff would happen because I know that I would like just freeze and like not function. Like if she ever did, like her whole face touch thing that she does with Tally, I would freak out if she did that to me. Freak out. I would buy a round of drinks for everyone if we go to the clubs. If we all manage to go to like the same club, because all of us live in different places all over the freaking, not just the country, but the world. Hey, Lucy. Then we go to our place for beers after the club with General Alder. Oh God. Oh, we have to stop talking about her because I'm not. I can't even function when I'm trying to talk about her. I watched that show for Georgia. Oh, why else would you watch the show? Bring on the strap-ons to this club along with a lot of baby oil. I don't know if I would want to do it in the club, though. That's a little unsanitary. How old is Alder? 327 years old. I mean, Alder. Lynn Renee is 40. She's 40 something. I can't remember her exact age, but she's 40 something. But Alder is 327 years old. I mean, well, technically she was 327 years old at season 1. So she is probably like 330, 331 now. Alder could take the life out of her in more ways than one, and she would be fine with it. Oh, for sure. Shit. Dance is relative. It's the body contact that is important. Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to. If it's any form of like dancing at all, I wouldn't be able to do it. Now dancing, if it's in like a bedroom and like no one else is around or whatever, then that's a little bit different. But like on a dance floor and like, yeah, that wouldn't be able to do it. Gotta love a good face touch. Oh, you do. It's the best. The after party in my house, guys. Can you guys hear my neck popping every time I do that? It's crazy. I have a hot tub. There you go. One Alder face touch for Cass in her brain would error 404. Oh, yeah. It would, for sure. Oh, God. I would just, my whole face would just, like, instantly get red. And I blush, but it's not that noticeable. But, oh, Lord, if she ever did that to me, I would just, I'd be tomato. How are you? I'm good, Lucy. How are you? Come visit England, Cass. We can go clubbing. I'm probably not going to go anywhere until 2024. Because having this damn baby, he gonna take all of my money. He already has taken all of my damn money. Just by being there. Sorry. You know, my pregnancy hiccups. What is your opinion on people having sex in public? I so much don't care. It's the fact of like if children were around or something. Like that's the only thing. Like I don't care. But it's more so it's just like yeah. It's just like you just got to make sure kids and stuff aren't there cuz that's the only thing yeah. Is the dance like the I don't know what you're trying the one at Beltane like oh God. The thing is because I would love to like perform the reel for Beltane, but like the music would definitely have to take over and I would have to have shots because I hate dancing. It's just because I'm not coordinated and then I get awkward and then it makes my anxiety way worse. So that's what happens to me. I want to meet this Alder. It's from Motherland for Salem. Cody, come on. Hot tub and pool after party. Tally can come also. Well, if General Alder's going to be there and Tally's going to be there, then I would absolutely have no shot with General Alder. I mean, come on. The older women thirst. I remember being early high school and feeling women in their 30s and 40s were my type. Yeah. I mean, that was the same way for me too. I had crushes, but I didn't realize that they were like gay crushes. I just thought, I'm like, oh, that woman is very attractive. That's what I meant. Dancing between the sheets is the best. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Well, yeah, I mean, I can do that type of dance, but any other type of dance. Like dancing? No. Your neck popping is the bass beats of this imaginary club we're in. I know. That's what happens. It's just because, like, like I said, I never really popped before I was pregnant. And so, like, I can hear it, like, go into my ear canal. So I don't know if it's actually, like, loud enough for you guys to hear it, but I can hear it, like, you know, whenever you, like, internally hear it, you know? Oh. I'm good. I would have been here sooner, but I fell asleep. Rude. You missed a lot of great conversations. Okay, we will wait till you're good to go get some cougars. Yeah, I wouldn't be good. I wouldn't be good to go until well after pregnancy, I'm sure. We'll see how I heal. I get the weirdness of dancing. I can drum and hold a beat, but dancing I was just kind of shuffle in a club. It's funny because I can do quite a bit of things that make it so that like hand-eye coordination, got it. I think it's, and like even coordination with like, cuz I used to be able to like I used to play a couple of different instruments and stuff like growing up. And so like that is fine. But like dancing was one thing. I'm like I can't do it. I don't know what it is. I think it's mainly the anxiety. That's what it is. All there is for Cass and Tally is for Mikey. Yeah, but it's a taller ship for a reason. I feel like they would just naturally end up together anyway. Or just showing off your neck. Oh, I'm not even trying to show off my neck. I don't even know. Is my neck even like... I don't think that my neck is that attractive to show off, but... I'm not even trying to... I'm just like popping everything and like making weird faces. I'm not... It's like... Yes, all of that I'm trying to be like super attractive right now. Burning Man, I had sex on the play it, whatever. An incredible woman came up to me and she started hitting on me, escalated so quickly, not sure if we ever exchanged names. My friends were so jealous. Should I probably be jealous too? Damn. Cass, is that vanilla Coca-Cola chop? Oh, I don't know. It's peppermint, I think. Oh, candy cane. It's candy cane chopstick or chapstick, not chopsticks. I have the same one. Love chopsticks. It's yeah, I think it's candy cane. That's what it says on here. Candy cane. I have to always like because I'm one of those people that I'm so self-conscious about my mouth. So like I'm always applying chapstick or like my teeth. I always like floss and like brush my teeth and like mouthwash and like all that shit. And I think it's just because I've had so much work done on my teeth. Well, not my mouth, but my teeth. That just trying to make sure it's all good and stuff. You know what I mean? But so I'm always like applying chapstick. I used to get made fun of all the time, like in high school, because I still do it because it's just self-conscious. But I apply chapstick, and then once I'm done, then I have to do it with my finger because I have to like rub it in. Even though when you apply chapstick, you rub it into your lips, but then I still need to do it with my finger. I don't know. So people used to make fun of me all the time for like doing that. So I have to go on my own. That's I could never. Go on your own for what? You don't have to go on your own. I'm saying if there's more than one MILF, then you can come. You got a good looking neck, Cass. Oh, thank you. I don't know how to make it. Like, how do you make your neck attractive? Like, Is it like, do you like try to do, I don't know. So I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just, because I'm naturally, it needs to pop because it's stiff, but. But thank you for saying that my neck is attractive. I feel like I have a big neck because I feel like I have a big head. So I have to have a big neck to hold up my big head. LMAO, I'm sorry. Also, my friend was ranting the other day about queer baiting in shows, especially Jane and Petra and Jane the Virgin. And I started telling her about Rizzoli Isles. Oh, yeah. You can't. Oh, yeah. There's some big name queer baiting shows like Rizzoli Isles, Supergirl, Once Upon a Time. What else is a big one? Those are the biggest ones. But Petra ended up being with a lady. So technically it wasn't queer. Well, I mean, if you wanted to say like the main Jane. I didn't ever really saw them. I mean, I could see it a little bit, but like I didn't ever think it was like queer baiting. And then they put Petra with a lady. Tracy's giving Cody competition now. And all it took was for me showing them one GIF, and they were like, I'm sorry, but those are two lesbians, so they get it. Oh, because you were talking about Rizzoli Isles? Yeah. Mikey, you should pick a bi-famous MILF to go to the club and the after party. I'm trying to think of who would be a bi-famous. No, because it's more competition for me. No. I don't want competition. Anyone ever count how many they've kissed, had sex with? Also, how many of those become relationships? Are you talking about with women? See, I hear it every time I do it internally, and it also sounds good. That's why I keep doing it. It sounds so good. It feels good and it sounds good. I don't know. Well, for women, 1, 2, 3. Have I not kissed that many women? I think it's only been like 3 or 4 women that I've ever kissed. I've gone on dates with. Well, it depends on what you classify as a date. I've gone on 2 or 3 dates. Oh no, there's more kissing. Was there 4 women that I've ever? I think it was 4 women that I've kissed. Went on 2 or 3 dates, and then I've had sex with 2 women. But with men, it was men. I don't freaking know because I was high school, and I don't remember because I like dated a different guy every 2 weeks. Not had sex with him. God no. Like I wasn't like that, but like I tried to figure out like who I liked. But I feel like I say that, but I feel like I didn't even kiss those guys really. I don't know. It's too and honestly I blocked all that shit out and they don't really matter. So the women are the ones that matter. But Anna and I met kind of shortly after I came out. It was like a year or 2 after I came out, so. How to make a neck more attractive according to my research. You place your hand on it. Oh, well, I mean, I did that, but I was literally covering up my neck, so it's not, I don't think I was purposely trying to make it look, whatever. Oh, yes, women. I am not competition. Well, apparently you are, Cody, okay? Different Jane, yeah. She ended up with Jane, just a different Jane. I've kissed 46 women, had sex with 19 and 14 relationships. Look at you go, Tracy. Yeah, men, ew, don't bother counting them. And then Mikey just lost count. I don't know, because, like, sometimes... Well, that and if they don't really mean anything, sometimes you just, like, you just, like, block it out. I don't know. If I had to pick in a world with Out of My Wife in a Lesbian Cougar Town Club, 100% in a fantasy world, I would pick Angela Bassett. She ain't a bad looking lady. Yeah, could you imagine? Could you imagine out of, like, all these shows with, like, these, like, MILFs that I watch and comment on stuff, and then all of those women, like, in one club? Oh, God. I've had one relationship, 2 MILFs, and I don't know how many I've kissed. That's more than me, Cody. Angela Bassett is 65, is still hot AF. Yeah, that's why I'm like, you know what? An age thing doesn't, yeah. Like, even though I gave an age range, it's like, it's whatever. It's not even, because it's not a strict age range. It's like, definitely there could be, like, you know, more or less of the, you know, the age there. I wonder, I need to watch the mic every time I do it, because I really want to know if you guys, like, can hear that. Probably not. I bet it's all internal. But because I can hear it, I can't tell if it's internal or external. Cody just keeps saying 40. Yes, we know what age range you like, Cody. I'm 58 and don't think of it as a problem. It's all about how you feel about yourself. Yeah, that I'm like, yeah, it doesn't. Age, yeah, it doesn't. That's why I say all the time, it doesn't. If you're attracted to someone, it doesn't. I don't think it matters. I think it's all in the, of course, like, consensuality. As long as everything's consensual. It is what it is, you know? Tomorrow, I'm gonna be, like, doing something, and I'm like, I'm gonna have this big, crick in my neck. Because I keep popping my damn neck. Angela Bassett, American Horror Story, was doing things for me. Was she now, Francesca? Now I'm popping my ankle. Which that one always pops, but. I'm 23. I have time to find love. Well, unless I die tomorrow or something. Well, yeah, I mean, don't make it sound all morbid and shit, but yes. You do have time to find love. I don't think... I didn't find love until I was... Because Anna and I, when did we get together? It was... Was I 23? I think I was 23 when we got together. Well, but we weren't official until... I think it was January of 2018. Yeah, it was January 2018. So that was 5 years ago. I was 22. 22. But 23, you still have time. Psh. But, like, I didn't ever love anyone until I met her. Like, in the emotional speaking, not like physical love, but, like, you know, the feeling of love. I gave up on love a long time ago. Oh, don't give up on love. These hypothetical situations are great on the imagination. I know, we need to get back to these hypotheticals. I agree. That one wasn't as loud. I heard it, but this one, it won't pop this way, but it'll pop the other way. I'm sorry. I know some people freak out because, like, I'll be, or like if I'm recording something, and I think I pop my fingers in almost every single recording that I'm doing because it's just such a habit to me. And then people hear it, so I don't know. I know a couple of people have commented on it, and they're like, oh my God, are you popping your fingers during this recording? Some people hate it, but I can't help it. I'm sorry. Anything that will pop, I'll pop it. I have to say, Kate Beckinsale did it for me when I was a teen and did not know I was gay. I think Kate Beckinsale does it for everyone. Kate Beckinsale did it for me too. Whenever, like, I'm trying to think, what was the first? It was either, I think the first movie I ever saw her in was Van Helsing. And her and Van Helsing. Oh, God. And then her in Underworld. I mean, her in anything, but because it's just Kate Beckinsale. But, and she is still fine. But, and then I watched, because it was, we were made to watch Much Ado About Nothing back in high school. And I watched it, and I'm like, is that Kate Beckinsale? And I'm like, it is Kate Beckinsale. But she is so young in that movie that, I mean, she wasn't so young. I think she was like maybe 18 in the movie. But it's funny because, like, she must have, like, peaked or something when she hit, like, her older age. I mean, she was still good looking when she was in Much Ado About Nothing, but it was like, she was pretty in Much Ado About Nothing. It's like, okay, so wait, she was pretty / beautiful when she was in Much Ado About Nothing. But then whenever she, like, hit her, like, age range or, like, whatever, whenever she's in Van Helsing, she became, like, hot / like, sexy. And then, like, so, yeah. I don't know if you guys have, like, ever seen that movie, but you need to watch that movie. It's good. It's got a lot of big name people in it. Keanu Reeves, Emma Thompson. Who else is in it? I haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't remember at the top of my head, but a lot of big name people are in it. Right, falling asleep as Cody knows it is really late here in the UK, gone 3 a.m., so check out trailer on Twitter and speak soon, so night people. Okay, Mikey, good night. I'll probably go to bed here soon, too, because my whole body's starting to ache. Oh, anyway, which club would we go to? A strip club? Normal club or a rave? Oh, shit, I don't know. I don't think I've ever been to a rave. I think that it would be a low-key, like fear or something with a rave. Because it would just be a lot. And so it would probably just have to be a normal club. Cody, you have time. Puff, what? Puff, what? Things fast, like really fast, but you have time. Love comes when you don't look for it. Pretty much. Yeah, I wasn't looking for it whenever it happened too. So it's funny how they do say that, but I am now 30. I don't think love hits everyone at a different age. So the Cougar Club is packed, and the women very attentive to the younger girls, buying drinks and telling them of past exploits, sexual exploits. Yes. Yes, but I have to stay in the back apparently. Yeah, I can see Cody in the back with like some like big old sunglass like shades or something and like a ball cap and like like just having this whole, and she's like in all black or whatever, and like I don't know, because shit, that would do things too. But I'm just I could see that, like I could see Cody like doing that or whatever, like being in the back trying to be like discreet or whatever, and then but it's not gonna work. Kate Beckinsale is my celebrity crush. She's like everybody's celebrity. I don't know how you not like Kate Beckinsale. Kate is indeed everyone's girl crush, even still. Oh yeah, she still looks the same, for sure. Kate Beckinsale, Pearl Harbor. I wanted to be Ben Affleck. That's true. She was in Pearl Harbor too. She was really young. She was like what, like 20 something in Pearl Harbor. So there's like Much Ado About Nothing, and then like Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor is like right before she hit really sexy. It was like she was still young and beautiful, and then, but there was something that happened in between that and like Van Helsing, because like it just like did a, woo, yeah. Kate Beckinsale and Underworld, like hello there. I know. Well, wait, what came first, Underworld or Van Helsing? Hold on. Underworld came out 2003? Was it really 2003? Yeah, 2003. Oh, Underworld came out first. Van Helsing was 2004. So, yeah, in between like Pearl Harbor and Underworld, I guess. Something happened with that. Something happened in there. I don't know what she did, but recently found out I'm on a list of people my friends is not allowed a pass with. Made me laugh, appreciated being thought of. Recently found out I'm on a list of people my friend is not allowed to pass. Oh. I was like, I don't know why I read that weirdly the first time. I guess I would consider that being a compliment. If you had to be put on a list, yeah, I would consider that a compliment. New plan. Tracy and Cody both go to the airport and just text us clubs to go to. I know they could drop us off. Tracy and Cody could just drop us off at these clubs and then they can go somewhere else. Now we FaceTime. Now it's like, no, your face cannot be in it because it's the whole freaking point. Burt's Bees, haha, the high class chapstick. Burt's Bees is the one that's on my nightstand. It's the one I have chapstick. So I have a chapstick that I go out. I would keep one in my truck, but in Florida it's always hot and humid, so it would just melt all the time. But so I have one that I go out in public with, and then I have one that stays on my nightstand, and then I have one in here, and then that might be it. Cause I don't carry a purse or nothing, and this is like the room that I spend the most time with other than my bedroom, so I know I got a chopstick in here and in my bedroom, and then if I go anywhere else, I know where to come. If I'm in the house, then I know what room to come into, but if I'm like out in public or whatever, then I'll take a separate one. Me in the back in sunglasses in a sexy suit? No, Cody! Much Ado About Nothing is so underrated. More people should watch it. Oh, it is very underrated. It's kind of hard to find, too. It's underrated. It's hard to find. It's so freaking good. Hey, wait, I'm not looking for Mills. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so Tracy's not looking for Mills. She's okay. See, Cody is making plans to be sexy and mysterious already. I know. Tracy's like, fuck it. You know what? I'm just going to go anyway and then screw all y'all. Like, I'm just going to... Cody's going to show up in, like, a cat suit and, like, have her hair done like Kate Beckinsale and, like, everything coming in the club. I'll just be there when needed. You say that, but I'm telling you, Cody gonna come in, or she's gonna have like a sexy outfit underneath whatever outfit she's gonna go with us, so that look, guys, I'm not even wearing anything like attractive or whatever. I'm not gonna attract anybody with this boring old outfit. And then she's gonna go in the bathroom, take the boring outfit on, and then come out with like this, like, I don't know, like super sexy outfit, and then all of us just get really mad. That's what's gonna end up happening. I already know it. I'm not on anyone's list, or I guess so you know of. What is the dress code? If we're all lesbians, it's gonna be plaid and like jeans and Vans, and some of us will wear a ball cap. That's the dress code. Depending on where we're at, it might be a beanie. I don't know. If it's cold, some of us might wear a beanie. I don't know. Chances are that's what I'm wearing, though. Yeah, I have a nice looking plaid shirt, and I would wear jeans and my Vans, and if it's cold, I would wear a beanie. That is what my dress code would be. Okay, so celebrities in fantasy cougar lesbian clubs are Jennifer Alder, Tally, Kate Beckinsale, Angela Bassett. Tally is not allowed to come. Tally is not allowed to come because that eliminates General Alder. So they might as well just not. If they're gonna be somewhere together, they might as well just not even show up. They can just be somewhere else together, somewhere else. You can't have General Alder somewhere and have Tally if you're planning on having being with one of them. You can't have the both of them there. They cancel each other out. When you have more weaponry than chapsticks. I do have more weaponry than chapsticks. Can Rachel Wise be in the club too? Oh, hell yeah. Of course. She's always invited. Cat suit. Proper suit like like a man's. I'm that lesbian. I don't know. I was just saying, like, because we were talking about Kate Beckinsale, so that's why I was like, I could see Cody coming up in the club looking like Kate Beckinsale in Underworld. And my hair is short, so I can't have it down. Well, technically, Kate Beckinsale's hair is short in Underworld. Or I guess, I don't know what you mean by short. Is it shorter than that? Or, I don't know. Cody, you could still wear, like, probably the most, like, boringest looking outfit, and you would still get all the MILFs. I would probably be the only guy at your club not getting hit on. I'm sure you would get hit on, unless if it's a lesbian club, then, you know. Maybe not. I don't know. I have an awesome Harley Davidson leather jacket used to ride. Oh, Tracy might have to be out too. She gonna unnaturally attract all the other people. Yeah, it is shorter than that. I might shave it all off. You do you, girl. I wish I could pull off short hair, but I can't do it. And then you've got the Cali girl in capris and a short sleeve button down. Yeah, no, no, I'll tell you what I'm wearing. What I'm wearing is a plaid shirt with jeans and my Vans, and if it's cold, a beanie. If it's not cold, then I'll not wear a beanie. I'll just, you know. This is probably what I'm gonna look like, except for instead of this, I'll wear a plaid shirt, and of course instead of sweatpants, I'll wear jeans. Adam's on Cody's duty. I told you we need to watch Tracy too. Wait, actually, can we also add Solar from Mama Moo to the club? I don't know who that is. Hold on, let me look. I don't know who that is. I don't even. Oh, yeah, sure. She's pretty. Go ahead. I have all the pretty ladies there. I was planning on wearing a dress. Nope, my dress code, black jeans, cute tank top, red leather jacket. Francesca, I don't know if you can be there either. I don't need any competition, okay? Who says I wouldn't be hitting on all of you guys? I'm trying to decide if Tracy can come or not. But then what would the women yank on when, you know? Oh, for your hair cutting. I was like, wait, where did we go? Like, all of a sudden, like, oh, these conversations sometimes. I don't know. You do. Then have a little bit. I don't know. I might have to end this stream because I really have to pee. That and we've been streaming for over like 3 hours now. I would take on that duty with Cody. I was never into hair pulling. Oh, I'm into hair pulling. I liked both. To have my hair pulled and to pull. I get it. When I was in high school, because I would tell people that I like to have my hair pulled, and then guys would go around and like try to pull my hair or whatever, and I was like, it doesn't work like that. And then it's just, but I would also be like, it doesn't work like that because you're doing it. Now, if she were to do it, it'd be something different. But yeah. Cody, are you talking about the carpet matching the drapes? Tracy, we can hit it off. I probably wouldn't mind. I heard that Lisa, Ray, and Lena Headey were at the club. Lena Headey, I don't. Who's Lisa Ray? Hold on. Oh, she's pretty too. Yeah, she can come. But you have to pull the hair in the right way. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, there's a right way to pull your hair. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Awesome. Cody and I will leave you to frail about the club and tell you how jealous you should be. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, guys. I have to end the stream here, but it's mainly because I have to pee. But we think about more hypothetical stuff because this is fun. I like the hypothetical club situation thing that we've got going on. But yes, while you were keeping me busy, Cass, you will have a chance with the other. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Just like I said, I can't have any competition. Anyway, we're doing Willow and Ginny and Georgia this week, and then of course we're getting that episode of Gap, so I can't freaking wait. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys next Wednesday. Bye, guys.